And welcome back to day two for the virtual RV show here at McClain's RV. I'm here with Paul Laux from Grand Design. Paul is the Grand Design Reflection representative, and we're going to go over some info about Grand Design today. Paul, if you want to introduce yourself. And
Sure. Yep, like Jacoby said, my name is Paul Laux, reflection sales representative for Grand Design, and I cover the state of Texas. So down here in Dallas, Fort Worth area for the week. Flew in yesterday to Rockwall. Shout out to Rockwall. Here in Sanger today, I'll be in the Corinth, Denton location tomorrow, and then Fort Worth to round out the weekend on Saturday. So it's, yesterday was a good start and excited to go, further into the weekend.
Right on. Well, we're happy to have you. Thank you for coming out, man. Yeah. And I want to kind of get right into it. So tell us about your background and history with Grand Design, and kind of how you've seen things evolve since you joined the company.
Sure. So we were founded in 2012 by our co-owners that started the company. Don Clark, still our acting president and CEO. They started building product in 2013, and I came along, landed a job with Grand Design in 2015. So very, very young as a company. We're now in our 10th year at Grand Design. It's been awesome. I started as a kind of an inside sales trainee coordinator position for a year and learned the ropes as far as the product. Did a lot of factory tours, which were very informative for me to learn about how the RVs were put together, and talk about answering questions with customers and prospective customers. And then I got a sales territory in 2016, and so I've been working with you guys at McClain's since then, and it's been a fun ride seeing new brands come to market, seeing the growth of the current brands that were offered when I started with the company, and really just seeing a lot of the reinvestment into the brands with service support and back end support that, quite frankly, a lot of manufacturers don't put their money into.
Right. So you've been on 6 years at Grand Design. Is that right? Seven?
Yeah, 7 years. This will be, I guess mid 23 will be my completion of 7 years with the company.
So how did you actually get the job at Grand Design?
A lot of persistence, bothering the right people, I guess, until they said yes. My background was in the restaurant industry, and then got to know some key people at Grand Design, and interviewed with the right people to get a role. Not having any background, I needed to learn a lot about RVs. Didn't really know much about them, and so, but that was my pitch to the company was, hey, I don't have any bad habits I'm taking with me. You get to teach me how you want me to do the job. So
and where like that Elkhart area, Grand Design is from what I hear, and obviously you live up in that area, so you can maybe expand a little bit more on this, but it's more of like a desirable place to work, right? I mean, a lot of people want to work at Grand Design. Why do people want to work there?
That's a great question. A lot of it, I think, has to do with the culture of the company. We were founded on a lot of different principles that relate to the consumer that buys our product and the dealerships that we work with as customers. But I think a lot of it has to do with the people that we recruit in. On a production level, we typically have a waiting list of people wanting to join our teams. And so we get to, in a sense, select the right people for the right job and go after people that care about what they do, put their best foot forward. And I think that's kind of similar like to what you guys do. I feel like we have a great relationship with Nate McClain and McClain's RV, and very like-minded. You go after the right people and you get the right results, really. Yeah. So.
Well, Grand Design has definitely grown since its inception quite a bit. Mm-hmm. I was up there a couple years ago and saw where they were going to be building a whole new building and adding on to their facility. So what type of growth have you seen since you've been there? I mean, it might be kind of hard to put it into perspective, but what have you seen just in the last several years?
That's a great question. Since I've started with the company, we've expanded multiple production facilities. We've grown from what was a very considerably small, shipping and parts and service center to now just built our 300,000 square foot service facility. Whoa. And off of our main campus, but it houses, all of our parts, shipping, brings in damaged units that may be damaged in transport for repairs, all of our service and warranty reps that deal with the dealerships and the consumers. That's just one example of many, but, lamination facility expansions, dispatch office expansions. Probably the only building I haven't seen grow outside of internally is our corporate office, which is very surprising. But a lot of it's been all, plant production, service and warranty, and, moving across the street. And, there's slideshows that they've shown, when guys come up to Indiana for factory training, and just seeing the overhead view from, 2012 to now, it's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, it's an impressive facility.
Yeah.
So
it really is.
So, I mean, with that kind of growth, why do you think Grand Design has experienced that kind of growth, and what specifically sets Grand Design apart from all the other, hundreds of RV manufacturers out there?
I think a lot of it has to do with the way we treat customers after purchase. RVs, as most of you know that do camp, and you guys on the sales and service end at the dealership, they can have problems. They're going down the road at, high speeds. And one thing we can't control, I always say this, is we don't control the infrastructure of the roads.
Yeah.
That's something that's completely out of our hands. So with that, we try to put our best foot forward up front before you receive the product, before the end consumer purchases the product. With our extensive PDI, 300 plus points of inspection before a unit leaves our campus to come down to the dealership. That right there costs us millions of dollars that we're spending to make sure that you have the proper unit, that it's clean, it's buttoned up, everything functions and operates properly. But ultimately, I think how customers experience things after the sale. I can't tell you how many times I've had people come up to me and say, "Yeah, we had this or that issue. However, you guys were great at taking care of it, and that's why we're interested in buying another unit." And partnering with the right dealerships, picking the right business partners to do business with. Like, you guys have great facilities, you've got great staff, you have the people, I kind of touched on this earlier, but you have the right people for the job to take care of the consumer. And that's extremely important. And I think that's what's got us there. You can make stuff look great and sound awesome when you're talking about it, but if it doesn't function, if you don't stand behind it, it's just lip service, really. So I think, having the right floor plans, the right look, the right feel, functionality, features, but then ultimately, how are you going to back that? How are you going to take care of it? Do you have the right people to monitor all that stuff on the back end? It's very, very important.
Yeah. Grand Design, McClain's, we've been partnered since basically the inception of Grand Design. But Grand Design isn't partnered with every dealer under the sun.
Right.
It seems like, it was pretty selective with who they partnered with. And, is that basically just because of like what you said, with the being able to take care of the customers? Or, what all goes into that, like who Grand Design is partnered with when it comes to dealers?
There's different ways to, I guess, quantify that, but ultimately it does boil down to trying to find the right business partner in the right area. But for example, one of our key, founding items is we partner with one dealer in the market. So in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we don't have multiple dealers, scattered about. We just partner with McClain's RV. So while, you guys do have multiple locations, including one up in Oklahoma City, we don't have McClain's RV in Dallas alongside another dealership and another after that, selling different brands. Getting to sell and service all brands from our Transcend, wood framed units all the way up to the Momentum toy hauler line. You can get a customer in on, say, a Transcend or an Imagine today. That could be a Reflection buyer, a Solitude buyer down the road in several years when they decide they want to upgrade their unit. Nate obviously has a great reputation in the industry. He's been in the family business for a long time. And while I wasn't part of the deciding on the founding dealers or the initial dealers, From stories I've been told, there was a huge line of people ready to sign up to work with these guys, and they had to be very strategic in making sure they were going to do it the right way. And I think that's another, kind of piggybacking off the last question, another reason why it's positioned us to be so successful in the market. We don't have, 20 different brands
Right.
that we sell to the market. We've got one in each major segment, and we partner with one dealer in each market, and that's what's really kind of propelled us.
So I've noticed at all of our dealerships we've got a plaque, an owner's pledge.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with the
Mm-hmm.
owner's pledge?
Yeah.
I think that's something that is very significant. Do you mind sharing just like your thoughts on the Grand Design owner's pledge, maybe explaining what it is?
Yeah, so that pledge, something that our founders came up with, it essentially what it states is we've got commitments from our dealerships that we've signed up, and then they've also committed to us that if we have, say for example, a full-time RV customer that's a transient customer, we're not talking about people that live in Dallas but bought elsewhere. We're talking about somebody that may live in Florida and is traveling up to Seattle, Washington, and they happen to be passing through, and they have a serious man-down situation. We have commitments from McClain's RV, and also on our end, there's some things that we've committed to do as far as expediting parts, approval for warranty process, so that you as a customer can get back out on the road quickly, especially when they are full-time living.
Right.
Full-time RVing has become very, very popular, especially in the past several years. People are working from the road, traveling nurses, homeschooling from the road. So it's probably more important now than ever. And there's some things that I can talk about in a little bit on the service end that we've done to, better the parts distribution to get them out quicker. But the last thing that you as a consumer or you as a dealer want is somebody in a service bay that's just kind of out of luck, and we don't have an answer, and we can't get you help, and can't get you approval on the warranty. And those are all the things that dealerships told our founding members that, hey, this is what we want out of a partner and a manufacturer. We want people that can service stuff and help quickly.
So you mentioned something about being able to expedite parts.
Mm-hmm.
How is that any different than what other manufacturers offer?
Well, most don't have, to my understanding, the pledge or the commitment to say, hey, look, if you've got that transient buyer that's passing through and they can't continue their trip, we're not talking pieces of trim and things like that. That still needs corrected, no question. But we're talking about, hey, my slide won't come out, or I've got a major appliance that's failed on me. We want to get that adjusted, corrected, fixed immediately so that you can continue your trip. You can't have an RV without a fridge. You can't have an RV without a working, operable slide. So that's where we've committed to get that stuff handled quickly and efficiently. Again, most companies, I think that they just kind of treat everybody the same, and we want to help everybody, whether they're a weekend warrior camper or they're full-timing in their RV. We just always want to put our best foot forward. However, when somebody's passing through town, ultimately dealerships like yourself, you can have the authority to say, hey, we have buying customers here that we have to service first. And we understand that, but that's why we have that pledge in action, to help get that customer in and out as quickly as possible. NTP Stag partnership is something that we've done on the service end. They have warehouses all throughout the country where they can quickly overnight parts. If it's something that we either don't have on the shelf in Indiana, or, a commonly housed item that can be, shipped out closer, cut on the time, the shipping cost, and so on.
You want to maybe touch on a few things that are new for 2023 in the Reflection series, or some things that are different about how Grand Design manufactures its RVs versus the competition?
Yeah. So, again, being the Reflection sales representative, I can really only speak, closely to my stuff. I know we've got a lot of new exciting stuff in all of our brands, and I'm sure today they'll have videos going of those different floor plans and new features, but Reflection got a new kind of a facelift overhaul for 23. So we've completely revamped our exterior, our interior colors. The market and the consumers ultimately dictate what we do, and we try to build for the masses so that we're targeting the most buyers possible, what people truly want to buy. So one thing we kept hearing a lot through the beginning of last year was, we want lighter. Well, we have one color scheme in reflection, so we have to kind of be very, specific on what we change and how we change it. If we go stark white cabinets, well, we may be eliminating 50% of our buyers or 40% of our buyers. If we go too dark, then again, you're pushing away the other buyers that want light. So I think what we found was a nice happy medium, more kind of a modern look, but yet, just freshened it up, lightened it up. So quite literally everything changed in the unit. The wood color, the linoleum, the furniture, the wall panels, the ceiling panels, just a complete overhaul. Right. On the exterior, new graphic design, kind of got away from a lot of the turning swooshes that you see on graphics. So, modernize those a little bit. Went to transition skirt metal. We've got new Kurt axles with anti-lock brake system. That's a market first. And again, I hope I'm not saying anything incorrectly, but Solitude fifth wheels, Momentum fifth wheel toy haulers, and also the Reflection travel trailers and fifth wheels have those Kurt axles with the ABS. Anti-lock brakes, you think everybody has it, but yep. Again, that's something that you're used to in the auto world. Well, RVs have not had it. So we're first to market with that. Very, very excited about that safety feature. New floor plans that we've added to our lineup. In our travel trailers, we've always run very, very lean, only offering 3. Mm-hmm. Well, again, a lot of folks want, nicer, higher end luxury travel trailers. So we've added 2 to our lineup. One is a 296 RDTS. That actually took RV News Best Luxury Travel Trailer Award from our open house show back in the fall of last year. That's just starting to hit the market early this year. That's a shorter, compact unit, but our first Grand Design travel trailer, 10 years in, finally put one with a wardrobe slide. So we're really excited about it. Offers a ton of storage. And then it's, again, having 2 slides on the off-door side opens all that camping side up for your big awning. So tons of space to hang out, cook outside, play games, sit under the awning. So that one's just brand new, about to hit the market. The other one's the 310 MKTS, a little bit longer. So you're talking, around 32 feet on that 296. You're going to go up to 37 foot on the 310. And that's a triple slide, offering our second bed slide model. So you have your 315, which is a tried and true. It's been around for a long time. Very, very popular floor plan. This one has, as we've had more people, I talked about, hitting the road, working from the road over the past several years. This has a desk offering in the back. You can use it for a bar, coffee bar, whatever you want. But having the bed slide opens up, more space up front in the wardrobe, closet area, but then giving you a nice layout, really, really a good look in the kitchen setup there. And then on the fifth wheel side, we've got a couple great floor plans too. We have a new 370 FLS, so that's going to be our largest Reflection fifth wheel. It's coming in at 41.5 feet. Still just under 12,000 pounds unloaded. So, for most 3/4 ton pickups, you could tow that with the right equipment. What's really nice about that, it's our first front living. We've always kind of stayed away from front livings in the mid-profile segment because, you have to do it right, and you can't just come out with a layout that's not, functional. Right. Now that we've gone to 12-volt refrigerators on everything in Reflection, with the solar panel hookups, the charge controller, inverter prep, we were able to identify, hey, we can pull this fridge off of the outer wall. The old gas electric fridges had to have the ventilation off of the outer wall. So they were able to design a unit that you're able to pull that off and put it on kind of an interior wall, which opens up all the countertop space in the kitchen, adding windows for more light visibility, cross ventilation if you want to open those up. And it still allowed us to get a nice, front living area, rear bedroom, washer dryer connection. So I think ultimately that's going to drive a lot of people that have seen price points increase, and inflate. They're going to be able to get a really nice high-end fifth wheel for a fraction of the cost of what you're seeing, these bigger high-profile units go for. Mm-hmm. And that 370 actually took our second RV News award for best mid-size or mid-profile fifth wheel for the year. So, and I could be misspeaking here, but I think that was the first time we've had a brand take 2 awards from the same publisher. So we're really, really excited about all that. The last new floor plan is in our 150 series, so a little bit more price and weight conscious. Again, this is feedback based, but we've got our 260 RD, 226 RK for shorter sub 30 foot. Those are both great layouts. But one thing customers have identified is, hey, when I stop on the side of the road, I don't want to have to open my slide to get up to the bedroom or the bathroom.
Yep.
And so this one has flipped that layout where you're still under 30 feet. You're just over 7,000 pounds unloaded. You're sitting around 1,300 on the hitch weight. So it is more conducive for lighter weight towing. Again, I can't tell you how many people have said, hey, we've owned a large 35 to 40 foot fifth wheel. We want to downsize now into under 30 foot so we can go all over the place. This is what that offers. And you've got a couples unit with an outdoor kitchen. The BN's a little different. We actually worked with an influencer couple that owns a Reflection that kind of created something similar, but a little breakfast nook area. So you have your theater seating across from the television, and this little table setup, it doesn't necessarily, it's not intentioned to be used for a bed or sleeping space. But what is unique about it is it just gives you a little eating area without having to move anything, a tabletop that you have to, fold down and put under the bed when you travel. It's stationary, so you can sit down accordingly and, have your meals. And then it's got the outdoor griddle cooktop and mini fridge, so it's kind of nice. You've got that outdoor accessibility as well. I think that one we actually have a walkthrough video that somebody did. So
yeah, so
turn back to you.
We're going to be transitioning over to Chad Jenkins out of our Rockwall location. He's going to be doing a walkthrough on the 150 series, the 270BN. So we'll actually take you to Chad now.
Hi folks, my name is Chad and I'm at the McClain's RV Rockwall location. And today I'm going to give you a walk around of the new Grand Design Reflection 150 Series 270BN. Alright, we're going to get started at the front of the unit. This unit comes with a nice fiberglass front cap, which is double insulated as well. Also, it gives you a Curt turning point pin box, which gives you a 90-degree turning angle, which is really nice. Underneath here, you have a nice little storage area, also with your solar charge controller panel there. Coming around to the side here, you have your 30-pound propane tank, and also we have a nice pass-through storage right here. Also on the Grand Design, they give you a nice outlet here and a little pass-through for your cables so you can plug stuff in and keep your door closed, which is really nice. Also, your door comes with a magnet hold. I want to tell you a little bit about the Arctic insulation. What that entails is a 35K high capacity furnace. You have double insulated roof and front cap. You have a heated and enclosed underbelly with circulating heated thermofoil insulation on your holding tanks. Also, it does come with 12-volt heating pads on the holding tanks as well. Here, you got the nice Lippert solid steps, which are easy to store when you're done. Also, it has a nice little illuminated light to light it up at night as well. You get the nice strip, LED strip across the top. With the awning, this awning does extend up to approximately 17 feet. Nice speakers on the outside. You also get a plug and an auxiliary for an outside TV as well. This unit is equipped with an outside refrigerator for entertaining. You also have a nice propane griddle to do some outdoor cooking. This unit also is equipped with the Goodyear tires, and that is a nice upgrade on the tires there. And this is also equipped with the Tire Link system, which I'll get into later in the video. Let's move to the back of the unit here. Grand Design does give you a factory installed ladder. To tell you a little bit about the roof, it is totally walkable. It is a one-piece TPO membrane roof. They use 5-inch truss rafters, which is very nice, gives you a total walkable roof. Also, they double truss the openings, so you don't have any soft spots while you're walking the roof. Also, on the back, they give you a 2-inch receiver here with the plug as well. So if you want to tow a trailer, you totally can. Come around here. This is a one slide out unit, so this is your only slide. Also, I wanted to get into the construction of their windows. Grand Design uses a PVC foam tape, which is die cut, to get you a nice tight seal for better insulation, and it prevents water intrusion. Industry standards are butyl putty, which they recommend that you have to replace every 2 years. On the die cut foam tape, you do not have to do that. All right, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the outside exterior build of the Grand Design Reflection 150 series. This is a fiberglass aluminum framed unit, which is also gel coated. They use an R9 insulation on the sidewalls and also on the slide outs as well, which is really nice. So you get the aluminum frame fiberglass insulated slide out. Come back over here. This is the other side of your pass-through. This is where all of your connections are going to be on the unit. So you have your water connections. You have all of your auxiliary for your cable, satellite. They also give you a little shower here as well, so if you want to spray some stuff off. And right here, this is your one-touch leveling system, which is equipped on this unit. Right here is your second 30-pound propane tank. And I believe that's everything outside, so why don't we make our way onto the inside. All right, folks, welcome inside the Grand Design Reflection 150 Series 270BN. Start in the living area here. They do give you a nice laminate floor, as you can see. Also, there are no floor ducts, which gives you a nice clean look inside as well. Right in here, you have a nice breakfast nook here to eat at. Gives you a nice little bench seating around here. Also, you have a nice 3-seater recliner, and all 3 of these do recline. Also, on the 2 sides here, you have a little illumination light as well. These are heated and also massage, which is really nice. Come around here, you have a 12-volt refrigerator. Very nice. Deep refrigerator here. Cabinets. You get a nice solid wood face cabinet, and these are very solid. Nice locking latches as well, so they don't come open during transport. Also, you get a nice clean aluminum deep-seated sink. You get a 3-burner propane stove. Also, you get a 30-inch microwave. Nice size microwave. Also, I like the glass face cabinetry they give you. Real nice dress up here. And also, a lot of cabinet space in this unit. Another thing, the drawers are on a ball bearing glide system, so they come in and out really smoothly. Nice locking system. TV here. Also, the TV is on a swing arm, so if you're eating, want to watch TV, You can swing it around, move it in and out, which is really nice. Let's go over here. You do get a USB port up here if you want to store your phones, tablets, plug them in right there. Right here is where you're going to have your control panel. This is going to give you all of your tank levels. You can control your lighting here as well. This is going to be your slide and your awning controls right here. Also, this unit is also connected to the Compass Connect, which you can check your tank levels. You can check your TPS monitor for your tires all on your cell phone, which is very nice. This right here is your entertainment home link system. Comes with a CD player, your AM/FM radio. You also have 2 zones, A and B, so you can control your speakers outside and inside as well. Making our way up to the primary bedroom, you have your bathroom right here. This one is equipped with a 30 by 36 shower with a skylight right above it, which is really nice. You have nice cabinetry. You have your cabinet here to the left. You have a nice size medicine cabinet to the right. They also equip it with a porcelain toilet, which is very nice. So making our way to the primary bedroom, you have this nice solid door here. Very nice sliding solid door. Come on in. A 60 by 80 queen size bed. Right up here, you have a nice USB port. You have outlets on each side, and you have nice little sconces here so you can light them up if you're reading a book or anything. You have a TV backer location here. Has all of your connections for a TV. You have a nice closet here. And if you notice, you have motion sensor lighting in your common areas, which is really nice. So you don't have to worry about turning your light on and off. You can just put it on the motion. This unit is equipped with a second AC. So you got a 13.5 AC unit in the master. You have nice under the bed storage in here as well. And nice storage up here. Also, underneath here, on your nightstand, you got a nice little cubbyhole area for storage. And I would like to thank you again, folks, for tuning in to the video of the Grand Design Reflection 150 Series 270BN. My name is Chad, and I'm at the McClain's RV in Rockwall, Texas. We do have 4 other locations of McClain's. We have Fort Worth, Denton, Sanger, and Oklahoma City. So feel free to stop in if you're close to one of those. We'll be happy to assist.
Welcome back. Thanks a lot, Chad, for the excellent walkthrough on the new Grand Design Reflection. We have several other interviews today with our camping advisors, or camping advisor rather, Ashley. Then we've got Cody from Winnebago going to be here in a little bit. We've got Hunter going to be doing a walkthrough. We're going to have several walkthroughs throughout the day. Please, if you see something that you like or you have questions about anything that you've seen, please give us a call. We have great sales. We even have a few 2022s left in stock. So please give us a shout. There's some great deals to be had on new RVs and pre-owned RVs today. And Paul, thank you again for coming out and making the trip down here. And,
yeah, thanks for having me.
Answering some questions, man.
Sure.
I really appreciate it. So stay tuned, folks, and thanks a lot.
For 150 years, our national parks have drawn us to the great outdoors, setting the stage for countless adventures, creating priceless memories, and inspiring us to new heights. The limited edition Solus NPF is uniquely designed to celebrate our national parks, as well as our commitment to helping preserve them. With seating for 4, the compact Solus NPF is versatile enough to function as a family car, yet is fully equipped to serve as a home away from home. The Solus NPF takes the top-selling Solus to a new level, with exclusive features inside and out to elevate your backcountry adventures. The Mountain Graphic exterior paint scheme is the first sign that this Solus NPF is something special. All-terrain tires on performance wheels are right at home on punishing back roads, and are fully supported by the Sumo springs, factory installed for improved ride and handling. In camp, the Overland-style rear drawers give you easy access to your gear, and serve double duty as a work surface, table, or even an outdoor cooking platform. Inside, the Solus NPF exclusives continue, with a floor covering that insulates and is removable for easy cleanup, and premium window coverings that reflect the Solus surf-to-slope design philosophy, providing privacy while adding to the standard floor-to-ceiling insulation to help extend all-season use. The Solus NPF features a full galley, a wet bath that can also serve as a gear drying area, and comfortable sleeping for up to 4. Add standard features like the solar energy system and exterior wash stations at the front and rear of the coach, and the Solus NPF is the perfect vehicle for your next trip to your favorite national park, or wherever adventure calls.
Well, howdy, you happy campers. This is Hunter Pruitt, otherwise known as the RV Hunter, down here at McClain's RV in Sanger, Texas. We're actually back at our campground. It's a gorgeous October day, and we're here and welcome to our 2023 Winnebago Solus 59P National Park Foundation limited edition video walkthrough. Really happy for you to join us, but we're really just going to jump right into it, because if you're unfamiliar with this Winnebago Solus line, it is one of the fastest growing segments, this Class B van lifestyle, because there's over 500,000 coaches made every year, but there's only 10,000 new campsites, and this is a rig where you can take it anywhere under 20 feet overall length, right at 19 feet 9 inches overall. It got great tank sizes on this, but let's just jump in, because the new decal package that they have on this National Park Edition is just absolutely gorgeous. They take just the standard white or gray exterior of the Solus, add these decals on the outside. You have the upgraded BF Goodrich tires. They're going to help go off-road. You also have Sumo springs already from the factory at Winnebago installed to help with the overall stability control, overload protection. Because again, on Winnebago's, you start comparing in this Class B segment, Winnebago's cargo carrying capacity is a really important spec to look for, because they are far above and far exceed every other manufacturer. So the 59P has 2 different options. You can either have it with this awesome pop top if you're bringing other people along, the kiddos, other adults and friends, or you can have it with the AC installed. We have the ability at our service location, one of the largest RV service centers in the entire state of Texas, to install an additional AC back behind this pop top if you wanted it. But usually from the factory, from Winnebago, when it comes to the pop top, does not have an additional AC on it. But some of the other National Park Edition features on this Solus, you can actually get a view from right out here. You have those awesome rear doors that open up. You have this rod that comes in between to either hang up wet clothes if you're going from the beach or from the lake and mountains. So you have these awesome Overland pull-out trays, rumored to support up to 600 pounds, definitely more than 400 pounds, but give you so much more storage space underneath. This patented honeycomb flooring that gives additional insulation, non-slip, very well gripped flooring. But they did something really neat with this. These trays do lock, by the way, whenever you're sliding them in and out. But this can actually turn into an additional workstation. And then if you're using the included hose here, you have a little pop-out sink. with a basin right there. Think about all the stuff that you could do with this coach if you're down at the beach, up in the mountains. It's literally made to go anywhere. Now, you are camping in its essence. This is not glamping, but that's what, I mean, is the true essence of RVing. You have all this storage here. This stores away real nice and easy. They also, Winnebago, doing it longer than anybody, crammed every nook and cranny with additional storage. This, they call it the Molly system, that you can really add whatever you'd like in terms of gear along the back. And then this nice little storage case there. Tons of storage that will focus when we actually get inside. But one of the last things about this National Park Edition is these upgraded reflective magnetic screens or window covering back here. Help with the insulation factor as well, to where if you are cold camping or even camping in the Texas summers, this is going to keep the whole camper a lot more comfortable on the inside. The last thing that you see actually rolled up there for the National Park Edition is the floor covering. They give you additional carpet material, custom made from Winnebago. Again, Winnebago does all their own upholstery, all their own cabinetry, everything handmade in-house up there in Forest City, Iowa. But we'll showcase that whenever we go inside. But let's go ahead and jump inside and take a look on the inside. All right, let's go on in. You know, I mentioned how you have an outside shower back there. Didn't mention how you have the bug screens. They also have one right here that folds right down, is magnetic, super easy to walk in and out of. But there's also an additional outside shower if you want to hose off your boots, dog's paws before you come in. Last part about the National Park Edition is they have this really neat new graphic on the front of the fridges. The fridge positioning on these Solus 59Ps is in a great location where you can grab drinks, things that you need while actually enjoying the great outdoors. Coach battery controls, 12-volt outlets, all of that right here inside. Then you also notice the countertops. They actually mirrored this topographic look for the National Park Edition with this small table that I'll put out now. You see that the small table stores right behind here. These seats, which by the way, do have additional storage underneath them. And this is actually how you get to your fresh water drain as well. Right under here. Everything is super accessible on a Winnebago. They want to make sure that you can stay on the road, visit all those national parks. That folds right down. And then the bar store is really easy right back here. We're going to flip this out right here. And ta-da. The National Park Foundation limited edition table. How about that? And then you also have these inside window coverings. They did this shore to mountainscape on here, but they are a lot thicker. The magnetic holds, very nice, very easy to put up and down, zippered as well if you want to leave them hanging. But another thing that's magnetic is the overhead cabinets here throughout the entire rig. It's super easy. While you're always juggling something, but to utilize every square inch in this space and not make it frustrating to try to move things around, that magnetic hold is going to really come in handy. But you might need all that magnetic storage if you're going to have a space like this that it can actually accommodate up to 4 adults comfortably. Both of these front captain chairs do swivel around so that you can actually utilize this topographic limited edition table. Effectively, you have the little yellow lever underneath you here, and this adjusts fully. And again, both of these captain chairs do swivel all the way around. But while we're up here in the cab and have the seat positioned properly, I'm going to transition over to the driver's seat because there are some new Dodge features that I'd like to point out. The new backup camera, absolutely beautiful. I have this on my truck, and I got to tell you that it comes in so handy, especially on a motorhome like this, where typically you wouldn't be able to see behind you. This is going to give you that view at all times, rainy conditions, at night. It's very vivid and clear. You have the new Ram center console, and then you also have adaptive cruise control and front collision warning all right here. It is going to make you feel like you're driving just a standard van instead of the stress that sometimes come with the larger motorhomes. Very nice setup. Now, this whole control center here on this Solus, super easy, user-friendly. You do have holding tank heaters, which is a little excessive in this part of Texas because of how these tanks are insulated. It showed you that the fresh water drain's actually under this seat. The way that Winnebago crams in all the insulation, this really is overkill for most of the time here in Texas. But again, you're going to those colder, more scenic mountain national parks, this is going to come in handy. Now, when you have the pop top, you have 220 amps of solar on the rig. When without the pop top, you have 170 because there's a little bit less space. The pop top actually gives you a bigger surface to be able to put that on. The Truma system, this is your hot water, your water heater, and the furnace here. You have the Combi Vario heat system from Truma. Very efficient, 90% efficient compared to most systems being 60% efficient. And then this tank monitor here, you're gonna notice you can get a level on your propane, on your batteries in gray, but you might be asking, well, Hunter, where's the fresh water gauge then? I'll show you. It's actually super neat. Winnebago actually gave you this literal level on the inside of the coach. It's lit up right here, but you can't get more accurate than that in terms of having the sensor. This will actually fill up with your fresh tank right there and give you an inside look on how full your fresh tank is. Now this EcoHot will preheat your water. If you've been in campers, you know that it might take a second, even with the tankless Truma water heater on this rig, it's going to take a second to preheat. This will preheat it for you so that you're saving every bit of those 20 gallons of fresh water capacity. You're going to see that the same topographic countertops here, really nice sink that is plumbed to the 25-gallon gray tank, spice rack, tons of outlets here and good storage both up over top with these adjustable shelves here. And the cabinets down below. Again, no handles or drawer guides that are going to grab your knees, make you curse when you're squeezing through this space. Drawers. 2-burner propane cooktop. And additional counter that comes right out. Now going into the bathroom, very capable wet bath. You have the cassette toilet right here. That has a 5-gallon capacity, but it's super easy to remove, take out. It actually gives you access to more places if you don't have tank dumps. You can actually just wheel that away. You do have storage for all your dry shower goods there. Your shower, and then a closet rod up top if you are going to utilize this more for clothes storage. Now, being 6 foot even, I want to give you the visual. I can stand up in here and could comfortably take a shower now, but again, you have 2 different outside showers, and so a lot of people do just utilize this for the closet storage. I'm going to close that back. It's all magnetic. A Winnebago branded towel holder right there, and then we come back to this really capable kind of bedroom area on this Class B. Storage, the same window coverings, utilizing every little square inch of storage through here. Storage even under the honeycomb flooring. Your fuse panel right there. Another really deep drawer. And I have a surprise in this one. This here, if you're unfamiliar, y'all need to look up Luna beds. We need to do a full video on one to show one set up. But this actually inflates and can go in those front 2 captain chairs. It's really incredible because you can take a 20-foot camper and sleep 6 people. Be a little uncomfortable if at least 1 or 2 of the 6 people weren't children or smaller folks, but this is really going to give you some more capabilities if y'all are outside and the weather turns and everybody needs to climb inside the rig to sleep. Now this convertible bed arrangement, see this nice custom bed spring. This comes on down, and look at all the storage you still retain underneath. And then this custom Winnebago upholstery, very comfortable and very capable bed with even additional storage up over the top. But I mean, just picture, you have these windows wide open. Again, still reflective, really keeping it comfortable in here. You have this bug screen shut, just enjoying the great outdoors. That's what the National Park Edition is all about. But again, I mentioned this big bed arrangement, the Luna bed. I'll show you how easy this puts back. But I want to show you this specific pop top version as well, because it is a really neat setup that can allow you to bring even more along to enjoy those national parks. Up in this front compartment, again, just loaded with storage, every square inch. We have storage for a ladder. We put this on down. Again, with the taller ceilings, especially once the pop top's up. Very easy. Feed this on one end. Hold your tongue just right. Make sure wind's blowing in the right direction. And then just these little rubber clasps, just like that. Ta-da! And you find the specifically made spots for the ladder itself. But this allows you just to clamber right up. And I'm actually going to jump up here and show you the views that you would get. We got a great Texas fall day. I'm gonna enjoy the views all around, get a nice breeze going up here. Imagine, you're just on the beach, up in the mountains. Kids would have incredible memories just posted up here. This is a little getaway. I actually have an additional vent up here, and I believe that there's outlets, yep, right here, right inside. So even if they aren't just soaking in the views, the kids can still bring their tablets. And the weight rating up here, I believe, is above 500 pounds. There are other copycats that aren't sealing their pop top quite like Winnebago is, and also the weight isn't quite in line, so make sure you're researching those. There is a reason, it's not just the name. Winnebago's quality does put them head and shoulders above the rest, and you're gonna get more value long term if you go this route. But again, this is an awesome space. I almost don't want to come down. It's such a nice day, but I'm really glad that we're able to give you this view, pop top fully set up, and it's really easy to break down. I'll go ahead and just zip up these windows. Super simple, super easy bed to put down also. Whenever you're about to hit the road, just grab both of these. Kind of hold on to this with one hand as you feed all the fabric down to yourself. That all secures right in place. Then I kind of tuck all the fabric back up. Make sure that your latches are all laying down like they're supposed to. Just like tucking a bed. It's basically what you're doing, right? I'm tucking the pop top bed. Now this seat belt's right there, secure, but it's easier to go about doing this first. You just twist this on down, it secures, fold it in place, and put that latch right there. You hear it snap, it means it's good to go. We'll do the same on the other side. Give it a twist, flip it back, and boom. Super easy. Tuck these straps back and away so they're not hitting you. You're ready to hit the road, just like that. So again, this was the 2023 Winnebago Solis 59P National Park Edition with the pop top. Thank you so much for watching. Would love your feedback on these new little features that Winnebago's cramming in here. And we'd love for you to come see it in person. It's a great rig that you can bring the whole family in, even if you're not visiting just national parks like this coach is designed. It's really made to go anywhere. But you can go anywhere really in the state of Texas or Oklahoma to come see us. We got 5 locations: Denton, Rockwall, Fort Worth, here in Sanger, and then our Oklahoma City store. Again, here in Sanger, we do have this KOA campground, which is wonderful if you're traveling to make a purchase with us. We roll out the red carpet experience, get you set up back here. But any one of our great associates, they're knowledgeable about Winnebagos. Most of them, like myself, have been actually to the Winnebago factory, know what's going on behind the walls, but we just want to do a quick overview, point out the latest National Park Edition features. Hope that you enjoy it, but please give us feedback so we can pass it along to Winnebago. And again, come see us. But thank you all again for watching, and stay happy camping. Bye.
Welcome back to McClain's RV. My name's Jacoby. I've got Ashley here, one of our camping advisors. Ashley is a extremely important role, plays an extremely important role when it comes time to actually buying your RV and learning how to use it and knowing what goes with it. So when you buy your RV from us here at McClain's, Ashley, kind of, first thing you do is talk to you. You have a conversation with you. So what's that conversation like, and what should somebody be expecting when they talk to you?
Sure. So the first thing we like to do is congratulate you. The second thing is we want to learn more about really how you're using the camper, where you're going, who's going with you, so that we can kind of tailor make different experiences for you. Okay. And just a lot of conversation really in the beginning. So
take us through like this process. So let's say I'm buying an RV from McClain's.
Yeah.
I come in, and I decide which one I want. I pick it out with my salesperson, and then I meet you. And what are some of the things that folks like me, if I'm buying, right? What are some of the things that I could do to accessorize my RV?
Yeah. So we'll walk you through the parts store, and then we're going to talk about slide toppers to help cover up your slide outs, covers for the roof to help keep debris off or hail damage. Honestly, it's endless possibilities depending on what you're planning on using it. We offer a wide range of different things.
Okay.
But a lot of it's drilling down how you're going to use it: internet, Wi-Fi, all the way down to sewage hoses and water hoses.
What have you seen, like a lot of people, maybe just recently, what kind of like accessories have you seen a lot of people getting?
Lithium batteries have become increasingly popular, largely in part due to the 12-volt refrigerators, which are a great upgrade. But we're seeing a lot of lithium, lots of solar. Maintenance-wise, we're seeing a lot of toppers, a lot of covers. So we're seeing a lot of customizing, and it's really awesome.
That's cool. So, I'm sure the options are endless, when it comes to like accessorizing your RV, depending on how you're going to use it, and whether you're going to be off-grid camping, or if you're going to be working from your RV on the road, or just getting out, camping in a traditional sense. So, back to kind of like our scenario of like a customer that's like actually taking delivery. So they come in, and let's say it's the day for them to pick up the RV, and obviously that's an important step for you as well in that process. So, take us through that process when somebody comes in. What happens?
Yeah, so we're going to have those conversations before you come in. So if there was anything that you wanted, whether installed or accessories, we're going to have everything put on the coach. And then if you have a travel trailer or fifth wheel, we're going to go out to our show out bay where it's plugged in, it's turned on, ACs are on, or heaters running, depending on the season. We make a lap around the outside. We're going to show you your water hookups, your sewage hookups, and then we're going to go inside and walk you through every room, show you all the different features. Something as easy as turning on a light switch, something as easy as turning on a hot water heater to draining it. So we really cover front to end of everything on that camper for you. Cool. We're not going to let you leave here and feel uncomfortable.
Right on. So if now let's say it's somebody's first time at getting an RV. One thing that's really unique about McClain's is we actually have overnight spots at all of our facilities for somebody to, try everything out.
Yep.
Now, if let's say they stay the night and they're still uncomfortable with a few things, or what happens at that point?
Give us a call. We're here. You're going to meet a couple of us the day of your delivery. You've got me, your camping advisor. We're going to introduce you to a service advisor. You're going to get their phone number. If you go back to our KOA and you have a question, we're always ready to help. So you can give me a call. You can give your service advisor, depending, sometimes we're up here. If we're up here, bring it on in. And if not, we'll do our best to try to meet you out there.
Cool. Well, we appreciate you taking care of the customers and doing what you do, and anybody that has that gets to work with you is definitely going to be able to know what they're doing by the time they're done doing their walkthrough with you. So with that, we'll take you back to some more walkthrough videos. We'll have several more interviews for y'all today here at McClain's RV for the virtual RV show.
For 150 years, our national parks have drawn us to the great outdoors, setting the stage for countless adventures, creating priceless memories, and inspiring us to new heights. The limited edition Solus NPF is uniquely designed to celebrate our national parks, as well as our commitment to helping preserve them. With seating for 4, the compact Solus NPF is versatile enough to function as a family car, yet is fully equipped to serve as a home away from home. The Solus NPF takes the top-selling Solus to a new level, with exclusive features inside and out to elevate your backcountry adventures. The Mountain Graphic exterior paint scheme is the first sign that this Solus NPF is something special. All-terrain tires on performance wheels are right at home on punishing back roads, and are fully supported by the Sumo springs, factory installed for improved ride and handling. In camp, the Overland-style rear drawers give you easy access to your gear, and serve double duty as a work surface, table, or even an outdoor cooking platform. Inside, the Solus NPF exclusives continue, with a floor covering that insulates and is removable for easy cleanup, and premium window coverings that reflect the Solus surf-to-slope design philosophy, providing privacy while adding to the standard floor-to-ceiling insulation to help extend all-season use. The Solus NPF features a full galley, a wet bath that can also serve as a gear drying area, and comfortable sleeping for up to 4. Add standard features like the solar energy system and exterior wash stations at the front and rear of the coach, and the Solus NPF is the perfect vehicle for your next trip to your favorite national park, or wherever adventure calls.
Well, howdy, you happy campers. This is Hunter Pruitt, otherwise known as the RV Hunter, down here at McClain's RV in Sanger, Texas. We're actually back at our campground. It's a gorgeous October day, and we're here and welcome to our 2023 Winnebago Solus 59P National Park Foundation limited edition video walkthrough. Really happy for you to join us, but we're really just going to jump right into it, because if you're unfamiliar with this Winnebago Solus line, it is one of the fastest growing segments, this Class B.
To the wiring yourself, you can get to
Shower, and then the
Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Marcus Rodriguez at McClain's RV in Fort Worth. Today we're covering the KZ Sportsman. This one is the 302 BHK. This is their fifth wheel lineup that they have available. Right now we are starting in the back. We are in the bunk room for the kiddos or for extra guests, wherever you're going to be at. A couple of nice things is, for one, you have plenty of sleeping options. Of course, this table really easily turns into a bed space. Another nice option is if you need to, you can get this thing out the way, lock it up right here, and then you have a workstation for kids to do arts and crafts. You can even do homeschooling. This is a good option for parents who are going to homeschool, so the kids have somewhere to work in their own place. Plenty of storage in here as well. Moving on, the first door that you're going to have coming out of there is the bathroom. It's just going to be a nice central location here in the camper, easily accessible for everybody. Nobody going up by or in your bedroom disturbing your peace if somebody needs to get there in the middle of the night. Conveniently right here in your sitting area, hanging out. You have this big seating area, your theater seats as well. This huge U-shaped dinette will turn into a more comfortable sleeping space for an adult or older kids. 12-volt refrigerator, which is a really nice feature that they seem to be going to now. Cools a lot faster than those gas electrics, so nice space on the inside of the fridge area. Nice deep freezer for you as well. A lot of open counter space. You also have your big, you also have your big deep sink right here, all one piece, and then you have the cover for it to give you the extended counter space if you need to. Lots of storage in here, 3-range gas burner as well, and you also have your oven here. Right above that you have your microwave, Furrion microwave, and then you have your hood vent as well. Good storage space up above up here in the cabinet, so you can put your plates. You can even put longer cookware, things that you may bake with. It does pass all the way through there, so you don't have anything blocking you, limiting you to the things that you can put there, and no size restraints on there. So you have your theater seating over here. Of course, Thomas Paine selection, so very comfortable. It does have the heat, and then it also has the massage option on here. You'll have USB ports on either side, and then you have your cup holders and a place to store things like your TV remote, extra chargers that you'd be using for this area. Moving on, you have your TV that already comes standard in this floor plan when you purchase from McClain's RV in Fort Worth. You also have your Furrion soundbar, some storage space for things like movies, games, and then you also have your fireplace. Now this thing we found out pretty quickly will heat this place up. It doesn't take a whole lot of time to start changing the temperature in here with this alone. Come up the stairs, you have some more storage here as well, right? Because storage is everything. You can use this to hang coats. A lot of my customers like it for Swiffers. They like it for brooms, things to make it easy to clean out your fifth wheel. And then it's placed right here next to the bedroom. You'll have a half bath in the bedroom, which I think is a pretty awesome deal, so that way you don't have to get up and leave, go all the way across the camper to get to the bathroom. Some additional storage space under this bed area right here. Really, really good if you're going to use this thing during the summer and winter. You can always alternate your clothes and keep the spares under here to free up the additional hanging space that you would have in here. Give you good long hanging space. You're not cut off by any shelves in there. And then you have the small shelves on your bedside as well. One side will have 110 plug-ins, the other one will have USB. So you have an option whether you leave your block at home or you absolutely have to have it. Won't charge as fast on your USB. You can charge your phone, whatever it is you need there as well. Also available for people who need to use a CPAP at night. That's something else that is convenient for you. And then you have all this overhead storage over here for additional shoe space or whatever it is that you're needing to fulfill your camping needs. So now we're on the exterior of the 302 BHK KZ Sportsman. One thing I want to really highlight on this camper is that you have a ton of storage up here in the front, right? A lot of times it's taken up by battery space or a generator. Even if you had a generator in here, you still have plenty of storage. You see how far back it goes. It's like that on both sides. Easy access to your battery. You also have your battery disconnect switch here, make it really easy and accessible to the owner. Pass-through storage all the way in here. Something I want to highlight about KZ as well is that they make everything easy to get to. So if you know what you're doing on your own RV, you'd like to save some money and some time, you can get to the wiring yourself. You can get to a lot of the duct work and plumbing yourself to fix your own issues. If you like to be a handyman or woman, in many cases, a lot of our customers like to figure things out, get really personal with their camper, so that way they can save a little bit of money or time. Fiberglass exterior. You have your freshwater fill right here. This is going to be your potable water where you can pour water straight into your tanks here. Right above us, we're going to have a huge awning, LED lights, and outdoor speakers. So if you like to hang out, which is probably why you're purchasing your camper outdoors, it gives you a lot of ways to do that and be very comfortable as well. If you wanted to bring your own speaker setup or an additional TV, you have 110 outlets hiding right here behind our tree. And then you also have a cable outlet as well, so that way you can hook straight into your TV. Coming down this way, you have this ginormous outdoor kitchen with your sink option as well. One of my favorite options is the griddle instead of the 2-range burner. You can do breakfast, lunch, and dinner on this thing. And then you have the oversized mini fridge as well. It's not one of those halfway fridges, which gives you a lot more space to add drinks, some extra snacks, some things that you're going to throw out here for breakfast. You have drawers out here for storage space, and then you have a little bit more access under here to your plumbing hardware, but you can use that for additional storage as well. If I was a little bit taller, I'd be able to show you a little bit better on these on your cabinets out here, but you have all of that additional space as well. We know storage is everything when it comes to these things. Coming around backside, you have your bumper here. You also have a small receiver hitch on here too, really good for bike racks and accessible for kayaks. A few bolts can move this tire over and out your way on either side. Fully walkable roof, which is why you have your ladder, and you're already pre-wired for solar up there as well. Something else that's nice about these bumpers is you have these covers on them. You can pop them off, and then you can store your sewer hoses there, so you're not storing it up there with your good stuff, or you don't have a separate big old clunky Rubbermaid tote taken up away from the useful storage space that you could be using for your own personal items while you're out camping. We did see where you could set up your TV area outside. You do have your cable and satellite setups, and that will help you get access to the one you saw outside, and also the TV that's in this camper already. When you purchase here at McClain's again, you'll already be able to tap into the cable at whatever park you're camping at. Outdoor shower option on this as well, which is really nice. So if you go to the beach, if you go to the lake, you have to walk all through that sand even after you wash off at the beach sometimes, so you can get back to your camper, easily clean yourself off here, so when you hop in the shower you're not putting a bunch of extra sand in those tanks. This is your city water connection. If you're going to be continuously hooked up at a campsite, this is where you would fix your hose, so that way you can camp and continue to have water as you're going. Right below that, you have your whole docking station set up right here, where you can dump your gray and your black tank. And just below, up here in the front, right under the bedroom area, you have that other gray tank dump right there. So you'll have two separate ones on this camper, one for the kitchen area and full bathroom, and then you also have this other one in addition for your bathroom in the bedroom. All right, thank you folks. So this kind of includes our outside walk around, inside walk around of the KZ Sportsman 302 BHK. Something else I wanted to mention before we go is this does have a true 2-year bumper to bumper warranty on it. My name is Marcus, McClain's RV in Fort Worth. If you were a little bit further away up north than the Fort Worth area, we do have our Denton, Sanger, Rockwall, and Oklahoma City locations available as well, with all of these floor plans that you're going to be watching on our page. Feel free to visit any of our locations and become part of the McClain's family.
Welcome out. My name is John Moore. I'm with McClain's RV. I'm here at one of our parts and accessories stores. We've got a wide array of different options. We've got all of your basic must-have items here on site, as well as specialty items or things you might need to repair. You'll find everything from sewer hoses, toilet paper, to solar panels, hitches for your new RV. Here at McClain's, we've got a full service center with certified techs that can do that maintenance, repairs, or install those upgraded items. Come follow me and let's go take a look at some of those essential items more in detail. All right, so here in front of us, we've got our essential items, or your must-have items, if you will. Let's start off with electrical. So the RV, you're going to plug in the power cord to what we'd call shore power. So you're going to plug it in so you have power in the RV. And this right here, this is a surge protector. What this is going to do is it's going to protect you from exactly that. If there's a power surge, this will keep, you can fry a converter. It's very expensive. You could have a fire. So this is insurance, in my opinion, to prevent a costly problem or even somebody getting hurt, right? So this is a really good, very important item. Something else would be adapters. So depending on if you have a 50 amp or a 30 amp RV, you're gonna need some adapters, because when you go to different RV parks, they may not have exactly what you need there. So if you have the right adapters, you're able to change it to what they have available, and then that way you're able to camp for that night or for however long you're gonna be there. So this happens to be a 50 to 30 amp plug. So if the coach is 50 amp, I can simply plug my shore power cord into this, and it will adapt it down to a 30 amp plug, so that way I can plug in at a campsite for 30 amp. You also have here a simple adapter from a 30 amp to 15 amp. So we call it a 30 to house. So you could use this maybe if you're at home or somewhere where that just has a regular receptacle, a 15 amp receptacle. You could plug in and do some minor things. You just wouldn't want to pull too many amps because you're going to trip a breaker. So stick to using the lights, the slides, some of those lower items. You wouldn't want to turn on an air conditioner or the microwave. Okay, moving on, let's talk about the water. So whenever you go to the RV park or wherever you're going, if you're going to hook up to water, you're going to need a freshwater drinking hose. So this is it's a quality hose. It's made for drinking water. It's not a garden hose, right? So you'll need one of these. If the coach doesn't have a water filtration system, this is a great way, just this inline water filter. So everything that's coming into the coach water-wise will be filtered that way. Okay, the other really important thing is your RV is set up for anywhere from 40 to 55 PSI on the plumbing. That's what it's rated for on the inside. And wherever you're gonna hook up, it may have a much higher PSI to where you could actually damage the lines on the inside. You could have a leak, you could have a blowout, cause a problem with the tank. So this simple, inexpensive item, this pressure regulator, you just screw it on to the tap, and then the water hose and everything follows that, and it just regulates that water PSI to where everything is in line to where it needs to be for the RV. Okay, moving on, let's talk about toilet paper, right? So these coaches are set up, the majority of them are going to have tanks, okay? So it's going to have a black tank, which is kind of the one nobody wants to talk about. That's the sewage. The sewage goes in that one. So what you have to be careful of is the toilet paper that you use in your restroom or your toilet that's going to go into that black tank needs to be RV grade or septic grade, so that way it can break down in that tank. If we use regular residential toilet paper, it's not going to break down. It's going to build up and cause you problems. The other part of that is you need that chemical. This is just one option, but these are porta packs. This is simply something you can put into that tank, have some water in there, and it's going to break down that waste like it's supposed to. Okay, and then we've got these simple things. We sell a lot of them. It's Bob's butt wipes, right? That's just part of it, helping it be a little cleaner, a little bit more like home. So, some people call it glamping. You can make it a little more like home. But this is kind of the one thing that nobody wants to talk about, right? Is the dumping of the hose or the tanks and things like that. But it's a part of it. It's a part of camping. It's a part of your RV. So understanding it, that's what we're trying to do here. So we've got this sewer hose. What the sewer hose is going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to hook up to that black tank and that gray tank that are on the coach, and then you'll hook the other end up to a clean out, whether that's on your campsite or just at a central location at that park. And basically that allows you to pull that valve and dump the black, which is your waste. You'll do that first, and then you can dump your gray and clean your hose out. And that's what this sewer hose is for. They make them in different lengths. A big part of that too is the sewer hose support. Okay, right over here. It's going to allow you to make sure you have the right grade, and that this all works by gravity. So we need it to have this support system so there's not low spots in there that are going to prevent the tanks from draining properly. Okay, the last thing, well, not to mention these gloves. That's just, it's a smart thing to have on hand. It helps you whenever you're doing dumping the tanks to stay clean. And then the other thing I think here is just wheel chocks. So whenever you get set up in the camp spot, you're going to want to put these in front of the tires so there's no movement and you're good to go. Other than that, that's just kind of a more in-depth look of the RV must-haves. We're going to have that at all 5 of our stores. We've got 4 in Texas, 1 in Oklahoma City, and then we've got specialty items that we can help you with as well. So thanks a lot.
Well, howdy all you happy campers. It's Hunter Pruitt, the RV Hunter down here at McClain's RV in Sanger, Texas. Super excited because y'all know I love the Grand Design line, and they just released a brand new camper for the fastest growing segment in our industry, that subcompact size. For those of you that only have half-ton trucks or SUVs, this is a unit that's actually sub 20 feet, 19 feet 11 inches, and sub 4,000 pounds dry as it sits. So a lot of your smaller tow vehicles aren't going to have any problem towing this. It can actually sleep 4 people. We are in the 15 BH, imagine AIM, but there's actually 4 different floor plans, 2 bunk models. But again, we're talking about a sub 20 foot compact space that is so capable. You actually are getting all the features and the fit and finish of the newest 2023 Imagine line. Slight differences to the countertop, but look at the ample counter you get through here. Nice deep undermounted stainless sink with the dish drying rack. They did update some of the hardware on the faucets throughout and some of the grab handles, but look at the storage that they maximized in here with this front kitchen layout. Very neat. Super deep drawers over here for storage. They actually even give you toe kicks so you can get up close to your workspace, so you could effectively get multiple people in here working and cooking. But they maximized so much of this front cap space for this kitchen. Get windows on both sides so you can get a nice cross breeze going. Updated backsplash here, and then even more storage on this side. You notice something slightly different on this kitchen compared to other Imagine models where you do have a 2-burner cooktop instead of the 3. But again, for this size, this is a really good utilization of space because probably counter space is going to be more essential. I'll flip that right back. And instead of an oven, they did you one better where they gave you a convection microwave down below. Most of you know that those propane ovens, you're going to get half the biscuits running and the other half burnt to a crisp. This is a good alternative here. You actually have a vent hood up top, and then this fridge is a 12-volt fridge. Is a little bit smaller than your full-size Imagines, but again, we are talking about a sub 20-foot camper that usually just has a bread box for a freezer. This actually has a pull-out freezer underneath. Capable 32-inch TV, plenty of storage there. And then this could double not only as a pantry, but it actually has a closet rod up top with a removable shelf here, and drawers for some of your foldables. Because again, you haven't really seen this yet because we've just been focusing on the front kitchen. But you can actually sleep 4. So you're gonna need storage for all of them as well. And also seating. And this seating space is more than capable for 4. You can actually sit here comfortably because you only have the single mounted telescoping leg. And this is one of the ways that you're actually able to sleep a 4th. You notice outlets down there, so if you wanted this to be your desk space, nice as this huge gorgeous window, you can do that. But this telescoping table, you just press on a little bit, put the weight on, and then you can flip those cushions back over here. But then when you're ready to raise it back up in the morning, when you are actually starting to entertain and start your day, it's real easy. You're not having to muscle and finagle with putting the pedestals back in place. But this still only sleeps 1, maybe 2 little ones comfortably. So you're asking, how are you going to sleep the other 2? And look at this bed concept. This is a 60 by 80 residential queen here. And it fits perfectly. Now you are going to have to draw straws and decide who's going to have to use the restroom in the middle of the night. But again, you're camping and you get a nice window along the back, good storage for your phone, furnace control there. And then the upper bunk, I can actually do this one-handed because it's gas assisted. Really thick. This is a 40 by 80 mattress up here with lights and additional USB. So you picture a family of 4 in a sub 20-foot camper that they're all capable of actually being comfortable going down the road in just their SUV. Sleep 1 here, mom and dad here, and then another here. And even if you have 2 littles, they could comfortably share this space right there. And then again, you have the closet and storage for all of them. Little coat hooks right inside the door. Really good use of that space. And then this bathroom, so intuitive with their design. You're not going to notice right before we go in, the Compass Connect, that you might be familiar with from other Imagine models that we've touched on. It is Bluetooth controlled. You can control your awning. There is no slide on this model. That's why it's sub 4,000 pounds. But your ceiling and exterior lights, your water pump, and all your tank gauges you can control via Bluetooth on the phone app as well. And then this is your tankless water heater control right there from Furrion. But in terms of a bathroom, it is tight. But again, we're talking sub 20 feet. And then you actually have a sink built in. Usually you're going to have to use the kitchen sink to brush your teeth. But here they actually gave you the capability of having a sink right there. Little towel hooks in your toilet. And this shower is a little bit more narrow than other Imagine models, but I'm still 6 foot even, can fit in here comfortably and still move around. Again, you are camping, and these are for people who are wanting to go off the beaten path and go to the good spots, because again, you're talking sub 20 feet. Do have a GFCI outlet and vented up top, of course. That's the inside, but they're also doing really exciting things on the outside. All your standard features in terms of the Imagine, the same insulation factors, your heat ducts not being mounted in the floor, side mounted. You actually have 42 gallons of fresh water on this guy, 74, I believe, gray, and 37 black, which is massive on a camper of any size, but especially one of this size, sub 20 feet. Let's go on down these nice solid steps here. The same Imagine steps that they've been doing for a while, where you can mount another grab handle, and they are real easy to adjust. Say that you were close on somebody, just pull out a pin to remove them easily. These break down and slide back and forth without you muscling with a difficult pin, and you can just pull on them to adjust. Oversized grab handle there. And they actually even gave you a Capital griddle cooktop out here. Something that when you have a bunk model, you're probably going to want to get the kids outside to cook, especially if you're grilling up the bacon in the morning. This is going to give you that functionality without taking up precious storage space, because this guy here actually has more outside storage capacity than the largest 37-foot Imagine. Imagines are known for having the industry's largest pass-through storage at 48 cubic feet. This is 52. Look at that space that they used underneath the queen mattress. It's actually accessible from the inside, so if you wanted to put Fido down there with a dog bed, it is heated. And behind this enclosed door, you actually have your pump station that Grand Design is known for. battery disconnect switch there. You are getting a second 200 watt panel and a 2000 watt inverter on this Imagine. Tire pressure monitor system, because you do have a little bit beefier off-road tires. Outside shower right there as well. Place to gravity fill your tanks. A black tank flush, very essential on any camper if you don't want your tanks to start stinking. And then your tankless water heater right here. But then as we come around to the front, something else that's really neat that Grand Design's gotten on board with is the Norco Ball NXG frame. It is a huck bolted frame. It's not welded, sits more level, and it's better for the long-term life of this camper. The other thing that's better for the long-term life that Grand Design's finally gotten on board with on this AIM model is the Azdel interior Luan panels. They finally have confidence with their glue and adhesive process molding with their upgraded insulation. And so this will be one of the first Imagine campers with the Azdel interior if you've been waiting for that to be a feature on the Grand Design travel trailers. But again, super well equipped, so much space. You don't feel crammed in this model whatsoever, despite it not having a slide. And with it not having a slide, they're really able to utilize a lot of the additional wall space for cabinetry and storage. We would love for you to come down and see not only this floor plan, but we have 4 other Imagine AIMs, other micro mini flexes in this Winnebago Grand Design family. So if you are looking for a camper in this fastest growing segment in our market, that sub 25 foot range, we've got a great selection. Even are bringing in campers from international countries like this B-Way. So stay tuned for some of those videos. We would love for you to come down and look at not only our subcompact inventory, but we also have awesome motorhomes and all sorts of travel trailers and fifth wheels. But we do have 5 locations conveniently positioned throughout Texas and Oklahoma. We have Fort Worth, Rockwall, Denton, Sanger, and Oklahoma City. And of course, here in Sanger, it is the state's largest RV sales and service center with a KOA campground here on site. So please come down and see us. But again, this was Hunter Pruitt, the RV Hunter. Really appreciate you watching, and stay happy camping.
Hi, this is Jeremy Mueller with McClain's RV in Oklahoma City. I'm here today to show you guys the 2023 Tiffin Allegro Open Road 34 PA. I'm going to just start on the outside, showing you some of the highlights of the outside, do a little walk around on that, and we'll jump inside and get to the good stuff on the inside. One thing about Tiffin is this coach gives you a lot of features and options that come where with a lot of companies, they don't either offer it at all or you have to pay money to add it. Walking around here on the outside, of course, starting on the outside, we got side cameras. You've got an invisible brawl on the front, which just helps with the bugs and everything you're hitting, which is actually, a lot of people don't know this, but they do a lifetime warranty on that. If you ever get it's an invisible brawl, you can't see it, but it does, it protects the unit, and it does carry, it's called Diamond Shield, and it's got a lifetime warranty. A lot of people don't know about that. Tiffin, they go the extra mile. They give you a one-piece, seamless fiberglass roof. This coach has a fiberglass front cap and rear cap. And as I said, fully painted, no decals or stickers. Always patented on the Tiffins. each one of theirs always has the dog has their window too. So if you got your little four-legged friend, he's got a view to the open road and the scenery that you're looking at. This coach in particular, it's built on a Ford chassis. It is for a gas coach on the larger size. This is about 36 foot long. With that comes a longer wheelbase, which creates a better ride. When you're in the winds and different things, this coach is going to hold the road with a little bit more wheelbase, a little bit more weight. And with the length, you also get the benefit of pass-through storage. A lot of gas motorhomes don't have any gas pass-through storage, and this coach has seemingly three bays, I should say, that go all the way through. So, you know, for packing all your fun stuff that you're going to take on your trips. The compartment doors on a Tiffin are all insulated slam latch doors, thick, easy to shut. Compared to the industry, I don't know of anyone that has stronger slam latch doors than the Tiffin does. Your power awning, LED light bar in it. The toppers come standard over the slides. Your exterior TV, sound bar, because sometimes people sitting out here to get, you know, if it's windy, you got a crowd of people talking, the sound bar gives you good quality sound for when you're out here enjoying the television. Tankless hot water heater. So on-demand continuous hot water. It's not the old-fashioned 6-gallon hot water heater that you got to, you know, plan ahead, take shorter showers. This is on-demand, instant gratification, and it doesn't take a lot of your 12-volt battery power if you're not plugged into shoreline power, so it's very efficient as well. The Tiffin comes with a residential refrigerator for access, for winterizing. You've got access to the refrigerator in this compartment here, makes it quick and easy. You can see if you were not at if you weren't hooked to city water at a campground, that enormous tank is your fresh water tank, which is close to, I think you're ranging in about 80 plus gallons on that. So very generous on that, you know, and that kind of comes with the nature of the size of the RV. The bigger the RV in this 36 foot size, all your tanks, your fresh, your gray, are going to be in that 80 vicinity, and I believe on this one your black tank is near 60 gallons as well. And then of course this here we've pointed out the TV, the access to the storage, and all the fun stuff. Of course, we're going to flip around over just briefly. We'll go over here to the other side, and we'll go to this is the fun side. We'll go over here to the business side of the coach. Your typical gas motorhome, 90% of them in the industry have a 5,500 watt Onan generator. The Tiffin upgrades you to a 7,000 watt Onan generator, gasoline generator. That'll run off your 80-gallon fuel tank. It'll run till you down to a quarter of a tank. If you get down to a quarter tank of fuel, it'll automatically shut the generator off so you don't run the coach out of fuel. But that generator right there will run both air conditioners, everything on the coach, just as if you were plugged into shoreline power with no issues. Anytime, you know, a lot of people, one of the main purchases when they buy any RV, a lot of times you want to protect your investment. So people will buy a surge protector. Tiffin, as the standard build, this coach comes with a wired-in surge protector. So people can spend $200, $300, $400, $500, you know, on different surge protectors to protect their investment. The Tiffin includes that as part of the build-out. Of course, you know, we got multiple ACs. We got the 7,000 watt that comes. It is a 50 amp service coach, but kind of covers that built-in surge protector. It's also got a 2,000 watt inverter on it that comes standard. That's another feature that some people have to add. So if you don't want to run the generator, or if you're not plugged into shoreline power, you just want to function some of your plug-ins or have access to electricity without that, watch a television, you can do that off the inverter. Real clean here. This is going to be your utility bay. This is this is where you're going to empty your tanks. You can winterize the RV from here. You can fill your freshwater tank up from here. This is kind of your spot here to basically just all your stuff for emptying tanks, hooking up water, filling the freshwater tank, etc. One thing I do always like about the Tiffin is the water pump right here. Is some RVs you got to go looking for it. It's going to be under a bed or in a hard place that's difficult to get to. The Tiffin places the water pump in a real easy spot here, so if you ever have to make a replacement on that, it's very simple to get to. I like the convenience of that. Looking in these features, of course, you know, this little guy, if you can winterize it from here, which I was talking about. You do have a tank flush for cleaning out your black tank and keeping that tidy. And then, of course, you know, it makes filling that big fresh water tank that we saw on the other side convenient, because when you're hooked to the city water, all you got to do is hit the valve here. It'll fill it. You know, it's not like the old school RVs where you had to gravity fill them with a cap like you're filling up at the gas station. This is all just hooked to city water before you leave, flip the valve, put the necessary water in it that you need, and you're ready for the road. And then as we get to these compartments, I was bragging about the pass-through storage, of course. We're just hitting up the other side of that. Of course, we can see in there. They're always thinking of everything. Those are your central vacuum hoses that come with it, so you don't have to bring a vacuum along or pack that for the trip. You got a built-in vacuum system that comes with the RV. And of course, I think I said it in the beginning, but when you put your blinkers on, you've got side cameras to see your blind spots, to make when you're changing lanes or in traffic, you've got good view of what's going. Of course, it's got a rear camera as well for backing it up into storage spots and backing it into those campgrounds and making sure you can see what's going on. So I know we kind of covered a lot, but some of the highlights, of course, to kind of wrap it up: one-piece fiberglass roof, surge protector, built in. The inverter was out here. We pointed out the storage, the entertainment value of having the exterior TV. So it covers a lot of ground out here. I think we're kind of ready to go in here. I'll show you guys the inside. All right, so let's get started on the inside. As we come in this coach, one thing that really hit me on this 34 PA that is very unique, that you just don't see very, very often. You know, we were talking about the length. It's a 36-foot coach. But one thing very unique about it is very seldom have I seen in my time selling these a gas motorhome with 4 slides. And that's what you get in the 34 PA. So you got 2 opposing slides in the living room, and you've got 2 opposing slides in the bedroom, which also the slide room even runs into the bathroom, making the bathroom exceptionally spacious. You'll always notice in every Tiffin the amount of they pride themselves on storage. So everywhere you look, they're giving you storage. It's just plentiful. Everywhere you look, in the overheads, all the way around. Underneath the booth, you can store such. Of course, for sleeping configuration, this table, it's no poles, just a real easy up and down, put the cushions, very simple to convert if you've got a guest or need a bed. The shades on the coach are, you've got dual shades, you've got a day shade, and you've got a privacy night shade, and they're the roller shades. So not the pleated shades that want to become disformed or the strings break. Very consistent, easy to use. You can stop them wherever you want, making that nice. The sofa bed that makes into a sleeper. It makes into about equal, like a queen size bed. It's got an air bed mattress and pump that Tiffin provides. will sleep 2 people on that very easily. And then you could sleep up to 2 here, so this coach could accommodate 6 people, no problem. Of course, for keeping it cool, you do have two air conditioners on this coach. One of them is a heat pump, which can come in handy on those chilly days, or if you're in the mountains, not cold enough to really need the furnace, but you want to take the chill out of the coach, the heat pump can come in handy, along with the fireplace. The fireplace serves the same thing. You're at the campground, nothing wrong with you're paying that site, you've got electricity, not having to use propane to heat the coach. You've got 2 ways to help you with that. You've got the fireplace and you've got the heat pump. And then of course I was talking about you've got 2 ACs for the very hot days. Tiffin did equip this with a quiet air conditioner, so it is going to be when you're watching TV or in here with your friends or having a conversation, very quiet with the AC system running the way they've designed it. Up here in the cab, wanting to show you a few things. One thing really nice is both cab chairs have 6-way power seats. Oftentimes on these motorhomes, the passenger seat doesn't have power seat at all, so very convenient in that way. If you do swivel the seat around, you do have a built-in recliner as well. And one thing about this floor plan I've always liked, you know, if you turn both around, this makes a nice place straight on, got a great view of the TV. We talked about the sound bar on the outside. They've given you another sound bar on the inside, which makes it nice. You can hear it pretty well. Inside here, I don't want to get too far off the deal here. You've got auto leveling here, so when you get the RV parked, it's a matter of pushing buttons. So ease, you park it, put the jacks down, put the slides out. All you really got to do from a work standpoint is plug it in and hook the water up, and you're ready to have a good time. TVs, you do have the overhead TV, you got the midship TV, you've got the outside TV, and you've got a bedroom TV. This also comes, we know we're talking about outside, you know, we had a surge protector that some people can spend $300, $400, $500 on. This coach already comes with an in-motion satellite that all you would have to do is get service with Dish TV. Tiffin provides you with a dish receiver. Of course, though, if you did want to go with DirecTV, we can flip the satellite settings and you can get that with DirecTV as well. But if you're needing something for ball games or you want that, you don't have to go spend $1,000 additional dollars or more to have a satellite put up there. Tiffin's already equipped this motorhome with one. Along with, this coach already has a Wi-Fi booster. So if you're in that campground and you're at the back of the campground and your Wi-Fi signal, this has got a booster to give you fast signal if you just want to stream or enjoy the internet or do what a lot of people are doing right now, which is get away and work remotely and you need the internet to do so. This has a Wi-Fi booster already on it to help you with that, to tackle that. Obviously up here we're talking about the power seats. These swivel around to become part of the floor plan. The camera system here, we were talking about the side cameras, the rear camera. This is where you're going to get that view. You do have your stereo system here. It does have built-in navigation, so if you need those directions you can do it. The shades, just like I was talking about, dual shades on the windows. You've got a day shade and a night shade. To no longer do you have the curtain, the old school curtain that you had to draw across the coach. Got the nice power shade. Got the fans too on the hot days when you're going. If it's a scenario where you don't want to run the roof airs off the generator going down the road, turn the dash air on good, turn the fans on. That'll push some cool air to the back of the coach. Always a nice feature to have as well. Going towards, kind of covered the cab area here. I didn't say, but when you are going in and out, the steps, when you go in and out, they do power in and out on the door sensor. So when you open the door, the steps will automatically retract for you. It makes it kind of easy too on that behalf. I pointed out the central vac hoses that were underneath. This is going to be where you hook it. And all those hose attachments, they'll reach the front of the coach to the back of the coach. So you're covered on that end. Residential size microwave, also convection oven, good size, just like what you got at home. Always pointed out in a Tiffin, you've got the tower of power right here. So if you're plugging in those crock pots or Instapots or whatever you got plug-ins here. You've got a galley window with a shade for natural light to come in. But what really I like about the Tiffin, one thing that really stands out, you already get the sink covers, okay? You get the stove and sink covers built in, solid surface countertop, but the backsplash, it's a tile backsplash. You know, a lot of RVs just have like a wall board. It's nothing but just the board, but this here for the grease and for when you're working in the kitchen, you actually got the backsplash to keep a nice clean look. And of course we get in here and we still got storage everywhere you look, everywhere you go. Lots of storage. But the thing that got me in this coach, we hadn't had this floor plan in a little while. Well, while I was in there, I was telling you about the satellite on the roof. They supply you with the dish receiver, so it is ready. All you got to do is call the 1-800 number, get service with them, and you're ready to go on that. The storage, this one I thought was really cool. Right there, that right there is custom. That is really awesome. I thought that was neat. And as we're talking about stuff, you know, the analog buttons and things that do, everything's really cool. It's kind of like you've got a little, you got a touch screen here for every function that you'd want to do on this coach. It gives you where your battery levels are, your tank levels. You know, if you need to empty the tank, it'll keep track of your fresh, your gray, your black tank. You know, the water pump you can turn on from here. All your lighting you can adjust. You can do your thermostat. You can do the AC, heat. Everything happens from this board here. Turn your generator on, run your slide rooms in and out. Everything in this nice, convenient location, you can take care of it. One thing I'm noticing just looking at it too is this has an auto gen start, so you can actually, if the voltage on the coach gets low, the generator will automatically come on. Or B, if you just, the campground you're staying in had quiet hours, you could program it to what hours you wanted to automatically start on. Kind of helps you, you know, because it runs off your gasoline. You know, it can kind of conserve that, and just kind of makes it convenient. A lot of people like it with pets and stuff if they leave it in the coach as they go do places, so that's kind of a handy feature. Of course, residential fridge, same thing you get at home, no different. You go to home, Lowe's, Home Depot, this is the same thing. Ice maker, you know, and this will run. A lot of people say, well, how does that run if I'm not plugged in? No problem. Of course, you always got the generator you can run it off of, but it will also run off the inverter that I was telling you that Tiffin supplied. So if you turn the inverter on, and as long as you're driving the motor home, you're always charging the battery system, everything's going to be good. Go in here, always, you know, sometimes the bathroom, I said that slide, you got opposing slides up front, and you got opposing slides in the rear. The slide room runs into the bathroom, which just gives you a little extra space in here. The shower design, it's a one-piece shower. I think that's a big thing. So from the floor all the way up, it's all one molded piece. Instead of having flimsy wall board with a base on the bottom. Always thought this was cool in a Tiffin if you were trying to sleep in or whatnot and that morning sun starts to come in. You got a cover to keep the light out. You do have an AC vent in the bathroom, which in those very hot summer days, you'd be appreciative of the AC vent in the bathroom. Not a bad thing to have. Porcelain potty, not a plastic. Little storage bin here behind. You can keep your toilet paper. I think that's what I'd put there. Extra deal. And a lot of coaches that would be competition or other gas motorhomes built on this platform might have a combo washer and dryer where you have to wash and dry in one. This actually gives you a stackable washer and dryer. Tried and true Splendide. They've been doing it in the RV business for many years. They've been the most reliable product in the industry, and that's what Tiffin goes with. But you do have the stackable washer and dryer in this coach. If for some reason you'd rather have the storage, which some people tend to, that would be what they waiver, no big deal. These are optional. You don't have to have these. These can come out, no big deal. But they're here if that's something that works for you. Solid, they don't just do the solid surface countertops in the kitchen area, the same in the bathroom. Pretty good sized medicine cabinet. As we move along into the bedroom, you notice first thing I guess is, where am I going to put my clothes? His and her wardrobe, pretty generous here. We don't have it set up, but if you're going to have company, you got this king bed. You've got all the pillows and bedding set that match the decor in the coach, which make it look very nice. Those hot days, you do have a ceiling fan to circulate some air back here. Always talking about that storage. You do have a little hidden hole here underneath the bed to put a little bit of stuff. It is a king bed. You do have the platform. You think, well, a platform's a platform. It is a plywood platform. Some companies might try to go with an OSB or something cheaper here, and over time it'll warp and it'll be flimsy. This is a solid bed platform. It's on the strut, so you're not holding it up. They did do oversized struts, so if you do end up changing the mattress out to something that may be heavier, they've tried to equip you with something that will hold that, and that shouldn't be a problem. Okay. And then this is a memory foam. So this is a mattress we're talking about switching. I should say, this is a great, comfortable mattress. So this should be something that all you got to do is be ready to have fun and ready for a good night's rest and comfortable bed. Lots of room in here. You can get around the bed for making it both people spacious. You've got drawers for, I was showing you the wardrobe space, but this is a very balanced coach between the room in the bedroom, the bathroom, all the storage, the seating, the sleeping, the outside storage. This coach has got you covered. Thank you for letting me show you guys this 2023 Tiffin Allegro 34 PA. My name's Jeremy, here with the Oklahoma City McClain's location. Would love to hear back from you if you guys had any additional questions, and also want to let you know we've got additional locations in our Texas area, Sanger, Denton, Fort Worth, and Rockwell, that would love to talk to you and help you out on a motorhome as well. So any additional questions are cool. We'd love to see you soon, and thanks a lot.
Welcome back to McClain's RV Virtual RV Show. My name's Jacoby. Today, here I've got Cody Sears from Winnebago Towables, going to share some information about himself and Winnebago and what we've got coming out right now. Cody, thank you for joining us. If you don't mind, let's just get right into it. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your background in the RV business and in Winnebago.
Sure. Yeah. Pleasure to be here. Great to be in Texas. I started off in the RV business about 6 years ago now. I was actually a football coach before that. So got a chance to get closer to home, Elkhart, Indiana, where a lot of these things are built. Mm-hmm. And when I started up there, started with the manufacturer, was with them for almost 6 years. And then just recently came over to Winnebago a few months ago. I've really enjoyed the transition. Winnebago is a name that's been around the industry since the 50s, a long time. Mm-hmm. And just in the short time that I've been with the company, it's amazing to see just what kind of quality that they build and the processes that they work through in the factory to ensure that we're building a really good quality product for the customer.
That's cool. So what were your roles like before coming over to Winnebago? Was it same kind of thing, like a manufacturer representative, sales representative, or? Yeah,
good question. So I kind of started off as a trainee, a coordinator, and in that role, did a lot of plant tours at the company that I worked at previously. We built a lot of fifth wheels, so became familiar with that side of the business. And coming over to Winnebago, I specialize a little bit more in the towable market, the travel trailer market. Okay. So at Winnebago, we build 4 different brands. We build our Hike 100 series. That's our single axle off-road capable towable. And then we kind of go up from there, the Micro Mini series. The Micro Mini is going to be a pretty lightweight SUV friendly travel trailer. Those are going to be 7 foot wide, so a little bit narrower. Our dry weight stay a little bit lighter, but for the most part, most of those are still dual axle. So it gives you a pretty comfortable ride even in something small. Okay. We also have our Flex series, which is a off-the-grid package, giving you a lithium battery and allowing you to camp for up to 5 days totally off-grid. Wow. And then we have our Mini series, which is our traditional 8-foot laminated travel trailer, what you're going to see most of the time, especially down here in Texas. And then finally our Voyage lineup, which is our luxury travel trailer. With that lineup right there, we kind of cover everything from your entry-level travel trailer buyer all the way up to somebody who might park it and use it as like a park model type home.
Right on. So, and you represent all of those brands, correct?
Correct. Yep. Cool. So coming over from my prior company, we all just kind of like focused on one brand. Mm-hmm. Here it's a little bit different in terms of we cover everything because at Winnebago we really just build one brand, right? We don't have a duplicate product. A lot of manufacturers in this industry will have one name brand and they'll kind of just put a different sticker on it and send it to a different dealer. So we at Winnebago, we just specialize in one brand, and that way it ensures to all dealers in a market they are only going to have one brand to fight against. You're not going to have a clone product, say at a Camping World or a Lazy Days or somebody in the area.
Right. Mm-hmm. Now, and the Winnebago Towables, they're built in Middlebury, is that right?
Yeah.
So, and so the motorhomes are obviously built up in Iowa.
Yes.
But the Towables are built in Middlebury. And have you noticed like any new things going on there at the factory, like any new buildings being built, or has the facility been improved since you've been on board, or like in recent years?
Yeah, good question. So one of the things that really stood out to me when I first came to visit Winnebago was some of the improvements that they made in the plants. There's 2 main plants that we build out of there. Plant 3, which is going to be the Hike 100s and the Micro Minis, and then Plant 6, which handles the Voyage and the Mini lineup. Okay. And so one of the things that really stood out to me was when we went to our lamination facility and I got to see our CNC machine. A few years ago, Winnebago made a very large investment in a CNC machine to basically computer laser cut all of their sidewalls. Which was something that really stood out to me, coming from my prior manufacturer where, I saw, guys kind of use a hand router and cut things, out of sidewalls that way. And as my boss put it just takes out human error. No matter how well trained someone is to cut precise circles. A computer doing it the same way every time is going to ensure that, whether it's a cutout for an electrical plug-in or a window, you're not going to have areas of water entry in the unit, which is really what we're trying to make sure we keep out. So that's one thing that really stood out to me. As far as the plants are concerned, the nice thing is it's all located on one campus. Again, coming from the company I was at prior, it was pretty spread out. We had multiple facilities kind of spanning, 40-mile range. So, here everything's in-house, or everything that we put together with these things is right there. We don't have to go a long ways to get it. And we don't ever have any issues with parts getting shipped to wrong buildings, things like that, because it's all focused on one campus.
So, I don't know. I guess it was like a couple years ago. I was up there at the Winnebago Towable factory, and I got to go tour midday where the micro minis were being built. And man, the guys in there were working hard. And I got to talking with somebody, and they said that it's pretty exclusive on who they allow to come work on that line in the micro plant. Is that true? I mean, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think one of the things that stood out to me, because again, I came from a different manufacturer, when I chose to come over to Winnebago was the quality difference. At my prior manufacturer, we had a separate audit facility, and we had lots of checks as it came offline to make sure that the unit was ready to ship to dealers. But here, the folks who work in Plant 3 and Plant 6 as well, but we're just particularly talking about Micro Mini, those folks have been around and on that line for so long that they really don't need a separate audit. It's that good. The product's that quality when it comes off. And it kind of blew my mind, because the first unit I walked in, I said, "Did this gone to audit?" I was kind of naive and unsure. And he said, "No, this is straight off the line. This is how it looks." And it blew my mind to think, okay, if it's coming off this clean now, I can only imagine, post audit what it would look like. So, yeah, that plant's extremely impressive. Those folks have been working there for, like you mentioned, quite a long time. And so the more that you're able to keep the same worker base, obviously your quality of product's going to be much better, because it is a competitive market in that area. Naturally, there's lots of manufacturers, so oftentimes you'll see people move to different companies, but because of just how efficient and the quality product that they're building out of that plant, most people have chosen to stay, and it's really given us a great product to sell to customers.
Yeah, because that's pretty common for people that work on the lines to just kind of hop to whoever's paying the most or whatever, right? So.
Sure. Yeah, and it's understandable, and I think the other nice thing that we offer at Winnebago is there's a lot more than just the standard RV factory lifestyle. There's a lot of things that we do outside of the normal workday to give our employees extra benefits, and there's lots of gatherings that we do as a company to try to promote that. Winnebago is more than just a name. It's a great place to work because of the way we treat our employees.
Yeah, good camaraderie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's something that's nice about McClain's RV too. Is it's more of a family kind of working environment rather than just a place to go get a paycheck.
Sure.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about what is going on right now with Winnebago. I know we were talking before, and you'd mentioned that there was a specific product line that got named RV of the Year.
Yeah.
Can you share a little bit about that?
Sure. So RVDA every year takes place in Las Vegas in September, or September, October. I can never remember quite the time frame. But just recently, RV Business named the Hike 100, that's our newest series that we build at Winnebago, the RV of the Year, which is super exciting. It's a product that we've been in development with for a little while now. When we originally went to debut it, it wasn't really ready for its intended purpose. Really what the Hike 100 is built for is the rugged overlander camper. It's somebody who's going to want to take this off-grid, take it off-road, and be able to, camp in environments that aren't exactly, level terrain to tow on. And so what we originally did was we took our old Hike model, which featured a torsion axle, and we brought it out to a testing facility, and we put it on the back of a truck, and we hauled it on a test track with a bunch of timber and logs, and it bent the frame in about 3 laps. Wow. So it didn't survive very long. So what we knew then is if we were going to build a camper in that 13 to 16 foot range, we were going to need a more rugged suspension. And so we went to BAL, and they came up with an incredible system for us. It's the first independent suspension in the industry in tandem with a torsion axle. So it's going to give you the best possible tow, off-road as well as on paved roads. So it's really going to give the customer the best of both worlds in terms of your towing experience. And I think that what's really unique about these campers, they're all going to be built in the same length. They're all going to be 13-foot boxes, 16-foot overall length. So very, very friendly in terms of length for towability. Dry weights are all going to range from 2,700 to 3,000 pounds. So again, trying to stay lightweight SUV towable. And even though it's just a single axle, it's a 16-inch Goodyear tire, Wrangler tire on those things. So a heavy-duty off-road tire. And then as far as that independent suspension goes, it gives you quite a bit of ground clearance as well as width on the clearance, because it does have a raised bar in the center. So it's going to give you a little bit of extra room there underneath. Lots of really cool features with that Hike 100 series, but we were super honored to get that award, and we're really excited to debut it now, at these shows over the next few months.
So is there anything else as far as new products or new features on some of the RVs that are worth talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. So, not only has the Hike 100 kind of excited our dealer base, but our standard Micro Mini as well as our Mini and Voyage lineups all receive new facelifts. So all new interior and exterior decor packages with all three of those brands that look really good. One that really stands out to me is the Voyage series. The new interior decor, and that's really impressive. They went with a two-tone cabinetry look, which I think looks really sharp, very modern, like you're seeing in new construction today. We also went ahead and changed up our TV lineup. We went to smart TVs and all of those. So I don't know about you, but I like to get home and turn on Netflix or HBO Go, whatever it may be, and especially in the camping experience, to be able to have access to that just like you would at home. Very easy and user-friendly. So yeah, those are kind of the two big things that we went with universally, and then one other that I'm just now noting, we went to JBL speakers actually with
nice.
all of our units. So as the RV buyer seems to get younger, I think I can say my parents have an RV, and what we use it for is tailgating oftentimes, and so much of the time when you look at RVs, especially in the travel trailer market, the speakers kind of aren't the best. They're a little underwhelming. If you turn them up past 4, you get a lot of muffle. So to have a JBL system where, it's Bluetooth capable, you can sync it to your phone, and you can crank that thing without any give. It has really good deep bass. It's not going to muffle as you turn it up. I thought that was a great addition, and it's something that I think, it's, again, Winnebago just kind of going beyond the status quo and trying to give customers something that, you don't have to go out and buy a new speaker system to enjoy your RV. We're giving you a quality one to start.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what does Winnebago do that's maybe a little different than the competition when it comes to taking care of customers after the sale?
Good question. So lots of owners groups. That's one way we've noticed, and one way that we receive a lot of feedback from customers is through our owners groups, as well as there's a number of partners that we have, out in the field, brand ambassadors, if you will.
Okay.
And those folks do a really good job of connecting with our customer base as well. I'm a little young in terms of the, nuances of kind of how we do owners rallies and things like that, but I am pretty sure we do offer some of those as well. So I think, all those things kind of combined, we just really do our best to try to hear what retail customers are asking for and then respond to that in the market. I just think of like one example today. Josh the RV Nerd, he's an awesome resource on YouTube. I always like to plug his stuff. He does a great job of giving kind of non-biased RV reviews. But even in those, like the comment sections, we were actually having a conversation today with my plant manager and I about some feedback that he'd gotten in those videos. So just constantly trying to find ways to listen to customer feedback and think of ways that we can, innovate and bring that into our stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, and you can see it in the hikes and in the different models. Just how well Winnebago has done with that feedback and actually implementing the changes and the different product lines, and so it's exciting. So actually, we are going to be transitioning to a walkthrough on a 1316 SB, and before we get into that, is there anything that you'd like to mention about that floor plan in particular?
Sure. Yeah, the SB is pretty cool. So again, the Hike 100 lineup has 5 different floor plans. The SB actually being my personal favorite.
Okay.
It has a little open up garage door in the rear. One of the things that I think is really unique about that floor plan is that it kind of has a toy hauler bed down below. So it's a bench that folds down into a bed. And then there's a bunk above that pulls down. It does sit flush with the ceiling when it's up, so you can still sit and use the dinette without hitting your head. I'm 6'4", you're a big guy too, so nice to have that kind of versatility. But that upper bunk, what blew my mind is it's actually rated at 400 pounds. So kind of the way that I've been pitching it is that you're talking about a 13, 16-foot camper that can, it's tight, but it can sleep 4 adults. Yeah. So, something in that range for a single axle is kind of unheard of. So a really nice feature there. Has a batwing awning that comes with it. So on that small travel trailer, you're going to have 199 square feet of awning space between the awning that's provided with it and then the extra space that batwing provides you with. So for that overland camper to have that much shade, even if they're in a place where they're pretty, exposed to the sun, it's going to be really user-friendly as well. So lots of cool features with that floor plan, but in particular, like I said, I think, a heavier bunk rating and then additional awning space are really, really nice.
Really cool. Well, thanks for coming on and answering some questions and, giving people an insight to some of the things that, most people that aren't in the business really know about. So we appreciate your time. And you're going to be here today in Sanger. Then you're going to be, what's your travel schedule like for while you're here?
Tomorrow we'll be at the Corinth store.
Okay.
And then Saturday we'll be at Fort Worth all day at those locations. So welcome you guys to come out and see us and come check out the new Hike 100s.
Yeah. So we're actually going to go down to Corinth right now for a walkthrough on that 1316 SB. Thank you again for tuning in. Y'all, we've got plenty more walkthroughs and interviews for the rest of the weekend. And come down and see us. We've got some great deals on brand new RVs. We actually still have some 2022s in stock. If you want an amazing deal on a new camper, if you've been thinking about making the decision to get out and enjoy the RV lifestyle, now is the time.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Kevin Teller. We are coming to you from McClain's here in Corinth. Today we're going to take a few minutes and talk about this new product right here. This is the Hike 100 series, coming to you in 2023 as a brand new unit, just recently. The model is the H131 6SB. There are 4 other variations. I'll show you some items from the outside that are similar and point out a few features that are different between the various units. Okay, so let's talk about some features on this new Hike 100 series that really differentiate it and make it stand out. When you're at this angle right here, you can see underneath, and you see a little bit of a different arrangement going on. This features the Dexter torsion stub axle assembly. And what this does is this replaces the traditional axle that's mounted on a leaf spring assembly, and it gives you additional clearance. You have as much as 12 inches out on the outer sides, and it veers up in the middle to give you additional clearance for rocks and clearance that goes up to 17 inches in the midsection there. The most unique feature of this particular suspension, and this is common on all 5 of the variations of the 100 series unit, is that it allows each one of the wheels to flex independently of one another. This will help you if you're going in through rocky areas and you need to have that ability for the unit to kind of shift. So it's truly set up to be something that's very versatile in its configuration, allow you to enjoy the outdoors, and it's configured with a lot of really new, neat features. One of the things that you notice when you look at the exterior is it is equipped with a fully powder-coated exoskeleton that allows you to accessorize it, there is a series of Thule accessories that are also configured to go with this that will allow you to mount kayaks, paddle boards, various types of things that you could take, even skis. So it's very versatile. You'll notice too as well that they bring up the diamond plate on the exterior sides. This also allows you to be able to go out into the wild and have a little bit of additional protection from scratching and such. One of the other features, you'll notice that they've incorporated a storage compartment. There's one on the camping side and one on the off-camping side as well. We'll circle around and take a look at that in a minute. But one of the very unique things is it does have an equipped latch top that secures with a magnet to hold it up. You've got a plate here that can double as a workstation for an outside kitchen. You've also got a storage area right here for your accessories, and it's a very, very interesting feature. It doubles as the actual exterior fender well. Gives you that additional capability to actually store your gear and have a work surface. You'll notice as we move around, you also have a hitch in the back. This will support up to 150 pounds, and you can accessorize that, put a bike rack on it, and some other equipment. The unit, when you're at this position right here, you can see that it has a drop-down plate for cooking items, and it also has a MOLLE panel. The MOLLE panel can be used for kitchen items, accessories, things that you were working with in the back. You'll notice if you look up at the top that there's a channel that goes around on the top, and then we have these items right here. We don't really have enough room inside to put all of this equipment up inside the store, but this is a 3-piece set with legs that is referred to as a batwing awning. When you look at the way that the channels are, you'll notice that they're on the back end of the unit and they wrap around and go down the side here, covering this area, and then you have an outside shower on this side. So when you put the batwing awning up and you slide them into the channels, it actually has a piece at an angle right here that will zipper across, come out. You have standing poles that you would guy out, and then there's even a third piece that forms a compartment on this side that you can use as a shower assembly, changing room. Some people like to even use it as a place to park their bikes. You can easily chain them up to the accessory bar on the side there, and you've got a complete setup. The entire awning area for the outside living space on this unit will give you an additional 200 square feet of storage area, covered area, and area to be outside. You've got a toy hauler style ladder, a walkable roof, and you'll notice then that basically this will store up. You've got one of the items that's unique to some of the Winnebago products that are a little bit more compact is that the toilet assembly right here is a cassette style that features a 5-gallon tank. This is actually viewed by a lot of people to be a really big asset for these type of units because you can have your camp set up. You can easily remove this with just taking it out like that, pull it out, take it over to the dump site, take care of that and not have to break camp, move the unit, and do it that way. So that's a big advantage to one of these type style campers. The other thing that's really unique in the way that these are designed is that they're all built on a 13-foot platform. The floor is featuring a new type style the Winnebago is using where it's 100% composite floor. It's a composite material with a press foam in the middle. It's literally 1.5 inches thick for installation, and it's one continuous piece all the way through the unit. It gives you additional strength, it's lightweight, and it's impervious to moisture. It won't ever warp or get soft spots in it, and it's just a superior product. You'll notice that this particular unit is set up where it has doors in the back. This one gives you a toy hauler capability. You have drop-down bed assemblies, table. You also have tie-down points if you wanted to put something in the back of here and basically tie it down. Gives you that maximum amount of flexibility and configurations. You can do a lot with it, or you can simply just leave it open and enjoy the view of the lake or wherever you happen to be at when you're camping. We'll come around the side here, take a look at a few of the features that are on the inside. You'll notice that you've got quite a bit of clearance in here. The bed is a simple tip, and you can tilt it down on this end, let it down, swing it back, and lower it right here as well. It's in the up position right now, so you can enjoy sitting and having plenty of headroom in the camping area. You've got a nice sized storage area here, and the unit is going to come with an induction style cooktop. This gives you flexibility where you can take this piece and you can use it outside on the table we showed above the wheel well. You can put it on the very back there, or simply just take one of the tables and take it outside and set it up. There's also space inside. You can pull this out, set your induction cooktop up here. You've also got a convection microwave, and you're set. Got a DC refrigerator, additional storage down here in the main cabin, and of course you have a sink area. And then one of the other features that Winnebago incorporated into this unit was based on a lot of feedback they got of what people were looking for in the versatility. They've incorporated a Class B style wet bath in the unit. What that features is, of course, we were looking from the outside, seeing that it does have the cassette toilet. That gives you the ability to move that around to where it's easier to sit, but it also gives you something unique in this unit for a towable, where you have a wet storage area in the bathroom. You can take wet gear, hang it up. There's a hanging rack in there as well, and you also have shelves that can be easily taken in, put back up. That gives you an ability to put your gear in. Another thing that it has is that basically you've got ventilation on the top and bottom to allow the unit to be able to breathe, let that stuff dry out, and not have a problem. And then of course you're equipped with a full shower, and gives you all of the things you need to stay comfortable while you're out on the road. You've got an additional storage space up here. Put your equipment for your kitchen and your items that you would need. And then basically it does come fully self-contained with an air conditioning and a heater unit to keep you comfortable while you're out in the great wild. Once again, this is Kevin. We're here at our Corinth location. Today we introduce you to the new Hike 100 series. Went around this unit. We've got a fantastic setup here. This is one of 5 units, as I mentioned. You can come out to Corinth and see this. We also have locations in other areas. We have locations in Oklahoma. We have a location in Rockwall. We have a location in Fort Worth. And we also have a location right up the road here in Sanger, Texas. We're here at Corinth. This is Kevin. I want to say thank you for taking a few minutes and letting us introduce the new Hike 100 series.
Well, howdy all you happy campers. This is Hunter Pruitt, the RV Hunter, down here at McClain's RV in Sanger, Texas, and we're offering something brand new. Very excited about it, not only for the McClain's family, but actually the entire United States. You know McClain's, the largest family-owned dealer in the Southwest, been in business for 60 years, and we're going to pair with a family that's been doing business for 7 years from Uruguay. This is La Familia de Naida and my good friend Jose here, and they've been making the B-Way campers now for 7 years. An awesome little teardrop style that is brand new and kind of filling the fastest growing segment in our industry. And so we're very excited to show them. Aren't we, Jose? Yeah. Oh, awesome. But if we want to walk this way, we'll show, because we have their different lineups. We have the B-Way Adventure on the here, but this is actually the Estrella version, Star. But we have actually our family, the Familia Naida, demonstrating not only all the storage, but also how you can use it as a sofa. But a lot of teardrops, not only do they not have the awesome windows, the full fiberglass style of these, if you have the kitchens that you get back here. One of the nice things about what the Naida family with B-Way is doing with us here at McClain's is we're offering something that's completely custom. We're going to be able to really outfit it the way that you want it, whether or not you want a mainly propane rig, solar off-grid rig, if you want to put an awning on it, a top camper, whatever you want, we can make this custom to you. This does not have its refrigerator yet. These just landed from Uruguay. You're some of the first people to see them, but plenty of storage back here. You actually have a movable TV mount that can move around to this. We're going to have a sliding glass window in here. Now, we saw it demonstrated with the sofa bed on this one, but as we go over to this one, you're going to see the different bed that this is actually a queen size 60 by 80 mattress, still with the storage underneath. You can see the TV mount in the corner along with all these windows, the awesome cabinet storage here. This one's actually outfitted with the top racks and the off-grid. So as we come around to this one, this is the Star. And this is really the star of B-Way, why we're carrying this teardrop brand. This actually turns into a kitchen. We're going to cut to a video of Jose actually setting this up. It takes less than 50 seconds. We timed it. You can watch the video. It's not sped up. You wouldn't believe it. But you can set up a whole outside bathroom on this teardrop style camper in less than a minute. And you come on inside. Plenty of headroom. Again, I'm 6 foot even. Vented in both corners. Also shower handle here that also can go right outside through this zippered vent. Plumbed gray tank. It also does have a fresh tank on board. Great storage in here as well. Keep all your goods nice and from getting water in them. Light up as well. But this is an entire fiberglass body, super customizable. We can make it any color you'd like as well. Off-grid packages with the bigger off-road tires. And then again, different toppers that we'll link to in this video with the awnings that come out. We just want to give you a sneak peek. We're going to be doing future videos with the customizations that we do and what B-Way offers and what they're pairing with us here at McClain's. But appreciate you tuning in for this quick look. Let's go ahead and see how this bathroom folds up and down.
All right, now we're going to demonstrate just how easy it is to open. Just have clasps on both sides. Gas struts just open right up. Perfecto, ya terminaron. Already finished. And boom, bathroom. Awesome.
Hi folks, my name is Chad and I'm at the McClain's RV Rockwall location. And today I'm going to give you a walk around of the new Grand Design Reflection 150 Series 270BN. Alright, we're going to get started at the front of the unit. This unit comes with a nice fiberglass front cap, which is double insulated as well. Also, it gives you a Curt turning point pin box, which gives you a 90-degree turning angle, which is really nice. Underneath here, you have a nice little storage area, also with your solar charge controller panel there. Coming around to the side here, you have your 30-pound propane tank, and also we have a nice pass-through storage right here. Also on the Grand Design, they give you a nice outlet here and a little pass-through for your cables so you can plug stuff in and keep your door closed, which is really nice. Also, your door comes with a magnet hold. I want to tell you a little bit about the Arctic insulation. What that entails is a 35K high capacity furnace. You have double insulated roof and front cap. You have a heated and enclosed underbelly with circulating heated thermofoil insulation on your holding tanks. Also, it does come with 12-volt heating pads on the holding tanks as well. Here, you got the nice Lippert solid steps, which are easy to store when you're done. Also, it has a nice little illuminated light to light it up at night as well. You get the nice strip, LED strip across the top. With the awning, this awning does extend up to approximately 17 feet. Nice speakers on the outside. You also get a plug and an auxiliary for outside TV as well. This unit is equipped with an outside refrigerator for entertaining. You also have a nice propane griddle to do some outdoor cooking. This unit also is equipped with the Goodyear tires, and that is a nice upgrade on the tires there. And this is also equipped with the tire link system, which I'll get into later in the video. Let's move to the back of the unit here. Grand Design does give you a factory installed ladder. To tell you a little bit about the roof, it is totally walkable. It is a one-piece TPO membrane roof. They use 5-inch truss rafters, which is very nice, gives you a total walkable roof. Also, they double truss the openings, so you don't have any soft spots while you're walking the roof. Also, on the back, they give you a 2-inch receiver here with the plug as well. So if you want to tow a trailer, you totally can. Come around here. This is a one slide out unit, so this is your only slide. Also, I wanted to get into the construction of their windows. Grand Design uses a PVC foam tape, which is die cut, to get you a nice tight seal for better insulation, and it prevents water intrusion. Industry standards are butyl putty, which they recommend that you have to replace every 2 years. On the die cut foam tape, you do not have to do that. All right, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the outside exterior build of the Grand Design Reflection 150 series. This is a fiberglass aluminum framed unit, which is also gel coated. They use an R9 insulation on the sidewalls and also on the slide outs as well, which is really nice. So you get the aluminum frame fiberglass insulated slide out. Come back over here. This is the other side of your pass-through. This is where all of your connections are going to be on the unit. So you have your water connections, you have all of your auxiliary for your cable, satellite. They also give you a little shower here as well, so if you want to spray some stuff off. And right here, this is your one-touch leveling system, which is equipped on this unit. Right here is your second 30-pound propane tank. And I believe that's everything outside, so why don't we make our way onto the inside. All right, folks, welcome inside the Grand Design Reflection 150 Series 270BN. Start in the living area here. They do give you a nice laminate floor, as you can see. Also, there are no floor ducts, which gives you a nice clean look inside as well. Right in here, you have a nice breakfast nook here to eat at. Gives you a nice little bench seating around here. Also, you have a nice 3-seater recliner, and all 3 of these do recline. Also, on the 2 sides here, you have a little illumination light as well. These are heated and also massage, which is really nice. Come around here, you have a 12-volt refrigerator. Very nice. Deep refrigerator here. Cabinets. You get a nice solid wood face cabinet, and these are very solid. Nice locking latches as well, so they don't come open during transport. Also, you get a nice clean aluminum deep-seated sink. You get a 3-burner propane stove. Also, you get a 30-inch microwave. Nice size microwave. Also, I like the glass face cabinetry they give you. Real nice dress up here. And also, a lot of cabinet space in this unit. Another thing, the drawers are on a ball bearing glide system, so they come in and out really smoothly. Nice locking system. TV here. Also, the TV is on a swing arm, so if you're eating, want to watch TV, you can swing it around, move it in and out, which is really nice. Let's go over here. You do get a USB port up here if you want to store your phones, tablets, plug them in right there. Right here is where you're going to have your control panel. This is going to give you all of your tank levels. You can control your lighting here as well. This is going to be your slide and your awning controls right here. Also, this unit is also connected to the Compass Connect, which you can check your tank levels. You can check your TPS monitor for your tires all on your cell phone, which is very nice. This right here is your entertainment homelink system. Comes with a CD player, your AM/FM radio. You also have 2 zones, A and B, so you can control your speakers outside and inside as well. Making our way up to the primary bedroom, you have your bathroom right here. This one is equipped with a 30 by 36 shower with a skylight right above it, which is really nice. You have nice cabinetry. You have your cabinet here to the left. You have a nice size medicine cabinet to the right. They also equip it with a porcelain toilet, which is very nice. So making our way to the primary bedroom, you have this nice solid door here. Very nice sliding solid door. Come on in. A 60 by 80 queen size bed. Right up here, you have a nice USB port. You have outlets on each side, and you have nice little sconces here so you can light them up if you're reading a book or anything. You have a TV backer location here. Has all of your connections for a TV. You have a nice closet here. And if you notice, you have motion sensor lighting in your common areas, which is really nice. So you don't have to worry about turning your light on and off. You can just put it on the motion. This unit is equipped with a second AC. So you got a 13.5 AC unit in the master. You have nice under the bed storage in here as well. And nice storage up here. Also, underneath here, on your nightstand, you got a nice little cubbyhole area for storage. And I would like to thank you again, folks, for tuning in to the video of the Grand Design Reflection 150 Series 270BN. My name is Chad, and I'm at the McClain's RV in Rockwall, Texas. We do have 4 other locations of McClain's. We have Fort Worth, Denton, Sanger, and Oklahoma City. So feel free to stop in if you're close to one of those. We'll be happy to assist.
Welcome back to the McClain's RV Virtual RV Show. My name is Jacoby, and today, right now, I've got Josh Breivik, our sales manager here at McClain's RV in Sanger. Josh, thanks for coming out and doing a little interview, filling in the audience with a little bit more about McClain's RV. So, obviously, I know you've known you a long time. I mean, we've worked together for, I don't know, like 6 or 8 years or something like that. So, but everybody watching this might not know you. So why don't you just kind of give us a little bit of a story about who you are and how you came to work here at McClain's and what you do now, what you've done here.
Okay. Well, like I said, my name is Josh Breivik. I'm a sales manager here at the Sanger location. And I've been with McClain's for almost 7 years now. And started off in our little humble beginnings back right behind us here at the new building as a sales associate, and just grinded and worked hard, and through pre-COVID RV life, and worked my way up to be a finance manager and then a sales manager now. So McClain's is a family-owned business, and that's kind of been the biggest difference for me. I've worked for a lot of corporate-owned organizations, and I think that's kind of been the biggest difference for me that's made me stay here the longest. So
right on. So you say you like working for McClain's? I
love it. I love it. So yeah.
Well, now one of the things I really wanted to ask you, since you had the experience, and not only did you sell, you were always in the top salespeople company wide between all 5 stores. So for anybody that knows a little more about the customer experience or selling RVs, you're definitely the guy. So what, for some people that might be watching or that, might see this in the future, what should somebody expect when they walk in the door at a McClain's RV dealership?
Yeah. That's for me, I think one of the biggest things. I myself am a shopper too. So, I take notice of these things when, especially over the last couple of years. One of the biggest differences that I've noticed is a loss of personability between a salesperson and a customer. A lot of people just became a number when they walked in the door, and that's one of the biggest things that we've focused on here, especially over the last couple of years, is a personable, real life conversation between a person to person. And so when you walk in the door, being greeted by somebody who's trained to be able to take care of our customers at a high level, and to sit down with you and ask all the right questions to find out the right RV for you. The reality is there's a lot of RVs out there. And an RV is not as simple as, do I want a King Ranch or a Lariat? It's different sizes, different lengths, different weights, something to fit your family's needs, or maybe just you by yourself, or you and your wife, or whatever have you. And then something to be able to fit your vehicle to make sure it's towed correctly and that you're safe whenever you are towing it down the road. So we make sure that we ask all the right questions and then, tailor that experience to fit your needs. So that's kind of the big thing that really has continued to set us apart, I guess I would say, just on a personal level and from a work, standpoint throughout, the time I've been here. So
yeah, it makes sense. I'd say McClain's were more focused on cultivating a relationship with our customers.
Yeah.
When you buy an RV from us, it might not be, the sale and then never see you again, right?
Right.
So
yeah.
now when when somebody comes in and they sit with their sales associate, kind of go through that process of figuring out what's perfect for their needs, what happens after that?
So we from listening to those answers to those questions, we typically try to pick out about 3 to 4 RVs for you. That narrows it down. It allows you to be able to remember all the fit and finish and differences of each RV. Something we call RV drunk if you look at too many of them. And we take you out on a lot and show you the multitude of different manufacturers that we've accumulated as relationships over the years with, and then try to find the right RV and something to fit your budget too. So that's also important.
Yeah. And we talked to a couple different reps today. We had Cody from Winnebago, Paul from Grand Design, and what's it like having those type of brands to be able to offer to the customers?
It makes our job a lot easier.
Yeah.
That's another thing to kind of speak on for the last couple of years. One of the biggest faults of a lot of manufacturers in this industry is that they got comfortable. They got comfortable with, selling RVs was easy. A lot of people wanted RVs. The demand was high, but the product was low as far as availability. So a lot of guys got stagnant with, not really coming out with anything new. And we've been blessed to be able to have partnerships with Winnebago, Grand Design, KZ, and a couple others that have continued to innovate the RV world and able to bring out new floor plans, which makes us nice and exciting for us. One of the reasons we're doing this live RV show right now is to be able to showcase a lot of that new product and inventory. So it makes our job and our lives a lot easier and more fun.
Yeah. Now, just to kind of go back to more of a practical step-by-step process here. So they come in, they find the perfect one. Mm-hmm. We know it's going to be a good quality RV. And then what's it like for the customer after that? So they picked out the right one,
right?
And how do they then actually just buy it? What do they do at that point?
So here at McClain's, one of the things that we also do for all of our customers is we'll set up a specific delivery date and time with someone just like Ashley, like you guys saw earlier, where you'll come back in as long as the RV fits your budget, whether it's a cash purchase or a finance purchase. And we'll set up a delivery date and time for you to where you can come back while the RV is plugged up and has water and electricity and propane, and we walk you through the entire thing, show you the ins and outs. We don't want to just hand you the keys and say, have fun and good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, we want to be able to cultivate that relationship forever. So, we want to make sure we're sending you down the road the right way. So
yeah. So, we say that relationship again. Now. One thing that I just realized today, is today or this year is a 60th anniversary for McClain's RV. So
yeah.
It's pretty powerful. And we've had multiple generations of folks come in and buy their RVs from McClain's over the years. And so it's definitely seems like we're doing something, doing something right with taking care of folks the way you're describing it.
Yeah.
So now, so after you've agreed on the numbers, on the RV, whether they're paying cash or finance in the RV, and
right,
and then they come in and do the walkthrough. After the purchase, does the relationship end at that point with McClain's, or how does a customer still, how are they still involved with McClain's after that point?
Yeah, so a couple different ways. One is one specific thing about our after the sale service is going to be, we do have private service departments at McClain's, and so we only service McClain's RV customers, and so that's a big difference than most other places that you'll go to. And so as a buying and purchasing customer from McClain's, you get priority service from buying from us. And so not long lines, and being able to be prioritized as a customer and remembered as somebody that has continued to do business with us. We'd like to pay that forward and continue to handle all of our customers at a high level. And so keeps you guys camping and keeps you on the road. The reality is that RVs are bouncing houses going down the road, and it's not that no RV is going to have any issues, but it's the fact that if we can get you back on the road and camping and being able to use it as quickly and as as safely as possible.
Right. Well, now, more specifically right now, since we have this virtual RV show going on, and we do still have a handful of 2022s in stock, right?
Yeah.
Now, what's in it for the customers right now? Why should somebody go ahead and make the decision to purchase right now?
Yeah, a couple reasons. Biggest one of all, prices and discounts lower than I've seen in a very, very, very long time. Not something folks have been used to over the last 2 years, especially on these 2022s. It is a customer winning situation right now. So take advantage of low prices. And also right now, a lot of lenders are going into this new year too, giving out a lot of good financing incentives. And as far as relationship is concerned too with that, being in business for 60 years now, it gives you time to cultivate a lot of those relationships. And, one of those being an advocate for customers and using the buying power of McClain's relationship to be able to get our customers the best financing terms available too. So, that and just being able to come out and hang out with us.
Right on, man. Well, thank you again for taking the time, and I know you got to get back to selling some RVs, but you heard it here, folks. All of our stores right now, all 5 locations, we have the RV show going on. We've got some great incentives for buying right now, in addition to the low prices. Yep. So please make your way to the nearest store or give us a call. We can facilitate a purchase over the phone if you are out of town as well. But give us a call, whoever your closest store is. Thanks again for joining us. Again, my name is Jacoby Moore, and please stay tuned for some more walkthroughs and virtual RV show. Thanks a lot.
For 150 years, our national parks have drawn us to the great outdoors, setting the stage for countless adventures, creating priceless memories, and inspiring us to new heights. The limited edition Solus NPF is uniquely designed to celebrate our national parks, as well as our commitment to helping preserve them. With seating for 4, the compact Solus NPF is versatile enough to function as a family car, yet is fully equipped to serve as a home away from home. The Solus NPF takes the top-selling Solus to a new level, with exclusive features inside and out to elevate your backcountry adventures. The Mountain Graphic exterior paint scheme is the first sign that this Solus NPF is something.
Hey everybody, it's Josh Hurley here with McClain's RV. We are super excited to announce that we're bringing on a new manufacturer just in time for winter 2022. I'm going to do a walkthrough of one of their lineups called the Ultra, the 25 MB, and we're going to take a look at a very well built Class B, and they call this the B+. But we're welcoming Regency to McClain's RV. I was able to go out to Fort Worth and drive one of these back with some of the other associates from other stores. We have several different options of the Regency lineups at all 5 locations at McClain's RV. So we're going to go ahead and go through this 2023 Regency Ultra 25 MB. I'm going to start with the outside here. As you can see, it's on the beautiful Mercedes chassis. This is the 170 wheelbase. I always urge to customers that these manufacturers, they all build to put something on the market that's the next best thing. And Regency's focused on it being the best experience and not necessarily the best bells and whistles. Yes, this is going to have bells and whistles, but I'm going to show you how their build quality matches the business model here at McClain's RV and meets our top-notch standard. First of all, if you're on the road and you're going to do some late night traveling, you get a bunch of bugs on the windshield. Every Sprinter is built with a step stool so that you can actually reach your windshield when you're cleaning it. That's a Mercedes. I'm going to kind of put a stamp where they've already made one, and I'm going to kind of show you the difference to which you can notice driving down the road a Regency. This particular B Plus has a slide out, but if you'll notice, these ridges are notched out for a specific purpose. And Regency has branded their sidewalls to have a bow. There's two purposes for that. One, identity, right? It gives Regency their identity. If you come over here to this side, I'll show you. The identity stays the same with the door being bowed. Okay? Their identity stays the same with the compartment door being bowed. So what you have are full laminated sidewalls that have their bow in it to create the distinct design to give it the brand feel, but also so that you have 2 inches on each side of your coach wrapping all the way around the perimeter inside. That doesn't sound like a lot. 2 inches all the way around and either side is a lot when you're inside of the RV. So keep that in mind. The side walls with the back cap is the Regency feel, the Regency vibe. So that's their identity, and I love how they really do a full wraparound. The things that you can't see as the customer walking up to the showroom and visualizing, I was able to see how they construct these and build these, and I mean front to back. The whole entire house is built and wired, and then they bring everything inside and mount and place cabinetry and fill it in that way. Where most manufacturers, when you're bringing in a couch and you're an employee there at the manufacturer, you're having to duck and dodge electrical and really kind of set that couch and hope you didn't mess anything up on the way in and on the way out. They don't do that at Regency over in Fort Worth. You literally walk into a finished house to install everything. One of the cool things they showed us on their saddles, which are compartments, and in-house they call them saddles because you're looking at a chassis with all these bags on the side of it. But they rhino line their compartments. Everything is coated and rhino lined. That protects your investment 10 years down the line when you go to trade and the inspector opens up the compartment door. He doesn't see a bunch of rust in there. Boat latches. Super, super fancy. Before we go inside, I want to talk a little bit about this Sprinter. This is the 3.0 liter turbo diesel. This is going to get you roughly 18 miles to the gallon on average. The horsepower is epic, and if you ever get in a spot where you kind of would feel like you're getting stuck, this has the dualies on back to really give you that ground traction you need to get in and out of tight spots. If you are a specs guy, it's a 7-speed transmission. So everything you need to power through an uphill ride, say in Colorado, or you're out at Yellowstone and you're pulling a bike, you're going to have enough power to get up and down anywhere, even towing. Bringing up the tow factor, this specific chassis has a tongue weight here of 500 pounds, actually 600 pounds, and then we have 6,000 towing. Everyone knows that you never want to max out the towing, so be responsible, be respectful of others behind you, okay? Okay, this Ultra, along with the other brands in the Regency lineup, are going to come with the Mercedes infotainment center. They're going to come with leather couches. This isn't the ultra leather. This isn't pleather. This is real leather. They're stitching in-house in Fort Worth. The only thing that Regency has third-partied in the building to build their RVs is going to be the moldings. So your back cap and any molding that's already prefabricated is going to be sent into the facility. But real leather. All your controls are going to be on your steering wheel. The infotainment center really is interactive, so you can set your profile, the missus can set her profile, the kid can set their profile, and all be individually recognized with voice recognition. Super cool. Hey Mercedes. And you have that feature, Hey Mercedes, to be able to talk to your RV and get help. One of the other cool things that I really love about the Regency is they've got, not right now, never mind. I really love how these swivel. She's trying to find me something to eat right now. So we're gonna being able to swivel around and hang out with the family, watch TV together. You're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seats comfortably. Let's take a look at the inside. Okay, this is my favorite part. As we can see, we're walking into some luxury here. You'll notice this isn't the normal walk in the main door of my B van and see this couch. This couch is usually going to be shorter. This couch is never going to recline, and in fact, this is the Murphy bed setup. I usually will see these kind of Murphy bed in the back and then kitchen or whatever else up front. So this is a unique floor plan. Their Murphy bed actually does recline. The coolest part about the 25 MB, in my opinion, is a B van with enough room to hang a family out and enjoy the luxuries in life. So yes, this couch does recline, and the TV is on your televator system. And what's really cool is traveling to Disney World, having this TV up while bumping down the road might not be the smartest idea. Maybe at night, not traveling, set it on the fireplace. But they did a nice little window instead of just a flat panel here for your televator. So in case you are running down the road and wanted to watch TV and not have it standing up, it's a lot safer to ride this way. Okay, so let's go through the house here a little bit. I showed you the couch setup and the TV, but let's go ahead and make out this Murphy bed. Again, the thought of the design is at the forefront of what Regency's doing. Their impression is above most. But notice I just used one hand to make this bed. Most Murphy beds that you look at after you make it, they look like they need help. This one doesn't need any help at all. It looks super comfortable, but I'm at work. Okay, here's what I strongly point out and suggest just taking note of. This is the cutout of the Curion countertop that is installed here. This is not plastic and not wood. Okay, induction, no open flame. And this brings up a great time to talk about Regency. And their operations, they have eliminated propane. You will not be able to buy an RV that says Regency and have propane. Their power system, which is the Spark, and Spark is equipped running with a 400 amp hour battery, and that battery is lithium, and that lithium system is running everything: heat, cool. Your whole operation is done with lithium power. The 400 amp hours on this battery are going to allow you to operate air conditioner, everything running full blast up to 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours, depending on usability. So if you're managing your resources properly, a family can easily go a weekend. You could go a couple weeks. You could extend stay in one of these Regencies because the second alternator underneath the hood is going to recharge while you're driving spot to spot. So hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, you went from a dead battery, started driving, to a full battery, hour and a half, hour and 15, or hour and 45 minutes later. So that being said, this is diesel, which is designed to idle. Yes, you can be sitting still and everybody's still doing their thing. Some of the kids are on a hike and you realize that your power is down to red. You can kick the engine into high idle and you can charge up that way as well. Sitting still. Pretty cool. Okay, so appliances. The refrigerator is now Norcoal, and they are doing 12 volt on these. Like I said, there's no propane. 12 volt. Oh my gosh, you mean I have to be plugged in? No, it's running on the alternator, 12 volts, so everything is operable. If you want to load the fridge the night before, just make sure that you plug in your RV and you're good to go. Convection microwave. Always important to note that an oven on the road isn't really ideal. Bring in an air fryer if you want to cook anything that this can't. But this has all the options: convection, grill. You can do all of the above there. Like I mentioned, this is all powered with a lithium system, and anytime that you need heat without propane, how would you do that? You would do that with your Truma system. This Truma is going to give you hot water on demand. This is going to heat your coach like your propane with your furnace usually would. Your Truma is heating your coach in the winter on a Regency. Okay, now I want to kind of point out the luxury in your bathroom here. Most bathrooms in B vans don't have a lock. This one does. Also want to point out plenty of room for knees, elbows, and whatnot on the porcelain toilet. And we have the corner shell bathroom. Nice lighting in there. If you don't want to blind yourself, you can have the low light on only. Of course, you have a true sink in your bathroom. Okay, this is one of the prideful things I noticed at the factory when I was out there touring the plant a few weeks ago. They don't install furniture in Regencies. They build cabinets. They build furniture. This right here is maple. This isn't Luan. This isn't Banach. This isn't the cheaper pine. This is maple, hard rock maple. And when I saw them sanding and grinding and doing their thing, they were woodworking and they were building cabinetry. And that's what you actually have in an RV here. And I want to also point out every single compartment inside. There's a back wall. Normally I would be looking at whatever the color is of the sidewall and the interior would also be up here. You have 6 panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In every single compartment inside your RV in a Regency. Okay, last but not least, super cool features in here. No open flame, no propane. If someone plugs in the blow dryer while you have everything on in your RV, it's going to blow a breaker. You're going to have too much surge, right? No, not in a Regency. The IntelliTronics here is the system that manages the power with input, and it will wind down and do its own thing and not overpower your RV with that system. You're also going to be able to check all of your tank levels, battery level, and whatnot with the Sea Level 2 tank monitor. You have your slide out control room. In case the other buttons go out, you can get it in and out with this manual right here. And I also am proud to show you that there is auto level on a B-Van. Check that out. EQ Smart Leveling. That means that you pull up to your spot, you're sitting in the driver's seat, you pull the emergency brake, you hit a button, east, west, north, south does a dance, and levels you off. And you're ready to plug in and set up camp. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys taking some time to get to know the Regency Ultra, and really want to thank you for everything that you guys do for us. Without you guys coming to our dealerships here in DFW and up in Oklahoma City, and without you tuning in online and watching the walkarounds with me, we wouldn't be here. So thank you. My name's Josh Hurley, and on behalf of the McClain's family, thanks a lot.
Awesome, y'all. Thank y'all again for tuning in and joining us at the 2023 McClain's RV virtual show. We're celebrating the second day as we run through Saturday. And thank you, Joshy, for that awesome video. I love to see him during that Regency. But we're actually here with Paul Laux. He's our Grand Design Reflection Rep, something awesome where we're having our manufacturer reps actually partner with us here in store, not only to be a resource for y'all virtually in these videos, but also here in person, helping you narrow down that right floor plan, also jumping into rigs and doing walkthroughs with us. And we actually just completed one, right?
Right, yeah, we went through the new revised 31MB, now called the 324 MBS, and that's got, you know, earlier when I talked with Jacoby, we mentioned some of the changes for the 2023 model year reflections and you know, updates to decors and things like that. So kind of highlighted some of that stuff. Hunter went through and did a great walkthrough showing some of the key items in that 324. So turn it back to you.
Absolutely. And how many new floor plans do we have total from the reflection line?
Well, if you count that, revision. We also revised the 28BH, which is now a 298BH in the 150 series.
Right.
And then we added in late fall, starting production now, 4 new floor plans. So 2 new travel trailers, 296 RDTS and the 310 MKTS. The 296 took RV News Best Luxury Travel Trailer of the Year. And then in our 150 series, the 270BN, and our larger fifth wheels, the 370 FLS Front Living, which has also taken an award for the best mid-profile fifth wheel of the year. So 2 RV News awards, which we're really, really excited about.
I'm also really excited for some of those bumper pool reflections to come out, because for
Much
a while
needed.
we've had the 3, right? And I mean, those 3 are tried and true, as good as you can get for a bumper pool full-time living floor plan. But to add a few more different options in that segment for folks is going to be really exciting. But again, we're excited to bring to you this 324 MBS video. It's going to kind of conclude. We're going to phase through a few more virtual walkthroughs, but this is going to be our last live. But we're going through the whole weekend at all 5 of our locations. Make sure you stop in and see us, please. We have food vendors local at each store, and we really want you to stop into either Rockwall, Denton, our Corinth location, South Fort Worth, here in Sanger, of course, Oklahoma City, up there. Have great things going on this weekend, and really the prices have never been lower, and they won't be lower than they are right now. Once these last few remaining 2022s sail away, and some of our old age stuff that we're just looking to roll, not emotionally attached to, the prices are going to go up for the manufacturing side of things. I mean, I waited 2 months to build a fence, now it costs double. So don't wait out, come down and see us, and let's have some fun. But have some fun watching this video, and let us know what else you'd like to see in the future. But until then, stay happy camping, enjoy the show. Howdy, all you happy campers. This is Hunter Pruitt, the RV Hunter, down here at McClain's RV in Sanger, Texas. Thank you so much for tuning in to our 2023 McClain's RV virtual show. I'm here with one of my favorite people in the industry, our Grand Design Reflection rep, Paul Laux. And Paul, we're in a brand new floor plan, right?
Yeah, kind of a revised version of a floor plan we used to manufacture called the 31MB. This is the new and improved 324 MBS. Changed a few items, really didn't redesigned from top to bottom, but identified some key things that were given to us as customer feedback, prospective and current owners of the 31MB that really wanted a few upgrades, mainly focused around the fridge area. And you know, I'm certainly happy to answer any questions, but I'll kind of turn it back to you as far as describing the layout.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, the layout difference in terms of the RV Hunter scouting report, we only gained 10 inches over what was a super popular 31MB floor plan. Really popular mid-bunk, because most people who are taking the kids out, your most scenic view is out the back of this camper. And what Grand Design has done with these windows in the back and this huge U-shaped dinette is just fantastic. It's very similar to the 31MB, but now they've, just in adding 10 inches overall in length to a 37-foot camper, it's still in that sub 40-foot segment, unlike the bigger 367 BHS with the bed slide. But now you have a 16 cubic foot fridge in this area. It's dual-sided now, this Furrion, and it's accessible when the slide out is in from the island.
Here's what I found.
But this pass-through bunk room here, a little bit upgraded cast iron cooktop, much nicer oven down below. And the whole color scheme, I want Paul to talk a little bit about the redesign of 2023s, because I think we had those conversations with Jacoby, but now that we're actually in the unit, I think it'd be good to kind of point out some of the design things as well.
Right. So, you know, like Hunter pointed out, you know, Jacoby and I kind of touched on, we had a complete, I didn't want to get into the overhaul of a floor plan because this is really kind of some tweaks based on customer feedback, but getting into the decor was a complete overhaul. From the outside to the inside, really trying to get more modern with the times of what consumers are asking for, and that's a little bit lighter. So from the wall boards to the lino to even the island countertops over here by the range cooktop, everything in here has really been facelifted. New wood grain color, wood finish. And what's nice too is we went two-tone with the island, so you get a little break from being too monotonous. But we're keeping this, you know, like if you look at the island color to the sliding barn door, going up to the treads in the step, the bathroom, all the door casings, you see that continuity throughout. So just added a lot of different enhancements, went to flush floor lino on our slides, trying to remove more carpet from the unit, which again is a huge customer feedback item that we've been focused on this year. Adding little undermount lights to the island just to give it a nice accent. But yeah, as Hunter pointed out, you know, we upgraded all these items really in this slide area. By gaining that additional length, it did allow us to put those in. But have a look around, of course. And
I think
I'll
the
have fun
bedroom
to
and
take
bathroom got a facelift as well, because when he mentioned no carpet, that was one of the few hangups, and it would drive people to spend almost tens of thousands of dollars more to go to a Solitude just to not have carpet up in this elevated bedroom area. But now the reflection line has done away with it as well. Kind of a facelift with the headboard that you see up here, different wall sconces, and these punch lights now above the bed. Unless you're in these campers every day like we are, you wouldn't notice small things like that. But that's, again, just Grand Design having that relationship with their customers, taking user feedback and actually implementing it, which is just fantastic. Tons of storage up overhead as well, all the way across. And then a great closet also, with 3 drawers all the way down. Residential 60 by 80 queen mattress as well. Really the only thing, this is still rated, warranted, insulated to be lived in full time. R40 insulation in the roof, R30 as well, R9 in the slide and side walls. It is a very well insulated camper. They've done small modifications to the Nautilus system on the outside and also the control panel that will pass by as we're going back up front. But this is still made to be lived in full time. The only thing you're giving up over the 367 BHS is a bed, slide, and washer dryer connections. But some people don't want that additional weight, cost of a washer dryer. You can do a lot of laundry for $2 to $3 grand of that install. And so this really fits that segment for those who are still wanting to travel, have more campsite accessibility, and not need some of the bigger trucks. Because you're talking under a 14,000 pound gross weight, right around 11 dry. And so very easy to tow, and being 37 feet, you can go to all the good places. Of course, 2 ACs, 15,000 in the back, BTUs, 13.5 up front, fully ducted throughout with the RV airflow system. Porcelain toilet, newer modern black fixtures, new shower head in there as well. It's different little shower caddies. Really just making good use of the space. And in terms of making good use of the space, again, they're still sticking with their pocket doors, which just make it really nice when accessing this up front area. But Paul, this new Compass Connect system is kind of neat as well, because we've kind of gone away from the touch panel of the one control, right?
Right. So what's nice about this panel, so in our previous monitor panel, you had the physical up-down toggle switches. If you're like me, if I'm at home and I have one light switch up and the other, side of the room it's down, but the light's on or off and it's opposite, it can drive you nuts. So now we've got actual physical feedback without a switch. So the blue identifies if the light's on or off, if it's white. But when you go into your Compass Connect app on your phone and say you're outside and we left the kitchen lights on, you can turn those off and it'll still switch off on the monitor panel as well. So there's more continuity there, less wiring behind the system. So it's easier for serviceability, it's easier for the plant to set up, and you're channeling a lot less wiring into one key area. So makes setup, and like I mentioned, if you do need any service addressed, it's very, very simple. Also kind of activates as you walk by for a light in the hallway.
And it's awesome. But I don't want to be redundant and reiterating several of the conversations that you and Jacoby already had about Grand Design's build quality and their commitment to customers on the service side of things. But I'll tell you, Paul, and you know this, having worked with several of my family members and helping over 500-600 folks at this point accomplish campers, Grand Design is the brand that I sell my family members when I don't want to hear about headaches over Thanksgiving. If it's still a house on wheels, don't get me wrong, but Grand Design just has that commitment to people to make sure that things are getting taken care of and really build a high-quality product right off the line, taking every effort to make sure it's landing with us in tip-top shape. Like this one, we just pulled off the lot, and you don't see any trim pieces falling down. Everything is just immaculate and really sharp. I love the overhaul, Paul. And we've getting awesome feedback from it.
Good.
We'd love your feedback watching this virtual RV show. We got your feedback that you wanted to see a mid-bunk fifth wheel, and we plugged right into the video. So let us know what else you'd like to see over this weekend. Would love to bring you the floor plans that you're most interested in. I like these brand new ones like this 324 MBS reflection. Thank you all again for tuning in, and stay happy camping. Come see us.
Hi there, my name is Gunnar Matheny. I'm with McClain's RV of Oklahoma City, getting ready to celebrate our 60th anniversary. Today on our walkthrough, we are going to discuss the brand new 2023 Tiffin Allegro Bay Super C that has just been released in the last few weeks. Very excited to show you the exterior. We're going to then go inside and show you some of the high points of the inside too. So, starting with this, speaking of Tiffin, Tiffin is also celebrating their 50th anniversary. That's what has also kind of stemmed into bringing the Allegro Bay name back that has been in their pocketbook for years and years and years. Brand new paint scheme has not been released yet. This 39-foot Class C Super C is going to be on a Freightliner chassis, 360 horsepower from Cummins. As we're going through here, there's going to be several points of stuff that Tiffin is not normally known for. One thing, these frameless windows, majority of their Class A lineup that they have ever done has always been your standard RV dual pane windows. These frameless windows make a really nice clean look on this paint colored scheme. Side view cameras, all of these baggage doors is kind of the trademark of everything Tiffin builds. These are all built in-house. I love, they are just like a car door. One slam every time closes. You're not having to battle getting them closed. Seals, you know that when it clicks, it's locked. 12,000 pounds of towing on this. It's going to be anything that can get you all of your toys down the road. 150 gallons of fresh water. We're talking boondocking, tailgating, super large inverter. The other thing, we ordered this one with the all electric. So this is going to be heated, your furnace and hot water through the AquaHot system. That will be your main heating source. This is just meant to go off grid, enjoy the open road, the scenery. Beautiful thing that another thing Tiffin does on all of their motorhomes, this has your one-piece fiberglass capped. They did a really job, unique design. With the rear diesel fill, you can access filling your motorhome from either side. Now let's take you inside. I want to show you a lot of the nice updates that they've done on this brand new 38 AB floor plan. Bringing you guys inside now to the Tiffin Allegro Bay Super C. I love the nice easy access of all of the steps, great grab handle, all of your easy push button controls, auto gen start, auto level, everything's easily located, easy to see. As we work our way to the front, we have our Freightliner chassis driving system. You do receive navigation, air ride seats. Also, we are getting rear air suspension on this motorhome also. And I think this is the best I've ever seen in the industry, this overhead bunk system. It is on your struts, easily comes down, easily goes back up. You're not having to worry about knocking your head on anything. You can stand up in here easily, step out. Easily can put two people up top here, and no fumbling around with having to get all your window coverings in. When you're ready for your privacy, just simply pull the screen down. As we work our way through the living and kitchen area, I have two power theater seats positioned directly across from your televator. When you want that extra view, when you want to see what's going on outside, just hit the button, your TV will go all the way down. And then they do come included with the opposing sleeper sofa. Endless amounts of counter space, beautiful galley window with backsplash. We have our nice LG convection microwave, real hardwood cabinetry and trim throughout. That is kind of another staple of Tiffin, going the extra mile with their in-house workshop. We did order ours with the dishwasher. Always love that sound that it makes. This easily collapses in, but it gives you more counter space. Of course, great drawers. We ordered our motorhome with the office dinette. So I love this as a couples coach. It's giving you plenty of counter space to be able to look out your windows. You do have the day and night shades throughout. Great lighting. More storage. When you want this out of your way, simply click and drop. Big residential refrigerator with built-in ice maker. It's the little things that you don't think about, but Tiffin is doing the thinking for you. We have access to our trash can from both sides. When your slide is in, you still want to be able to get to your wastebasket. You can access it from both sides. They did a great job of positioning outlets everywhere for what you need. And behind me we have our traditional pull-out pantry. Tiffin always does a great job. I have never seen anyone build them as solid as what Tiffin does. Fully adjustable for all your supplies that you'll need. Nice, deep, soft closed drawers. I'll let you get one more look of your nice, spacious living and kitchen area as we work our way back to the restroom and bedroom. For size reasons, Tiffin chose to do a split restroom. I think it's a great idea. It gives you plenty of space. The oversized shower, easy to walk in. It also, of course, has Tiffin's trademark that they're putting in everything now, the Shower Miser. If you need more information on the Shower Miser, please reach out to any of us here at McClain's. We're happy to educate you on that. Another big feature, though, for tailgating, going off-grid, saving water, saving the planet. Directly across from your shower, we have the stool and vanity. They did a great job of giving you a medicine cabinet, plenty of counter space, loads of outlets, and plenty of room to move, change clothes, take care of business, and a great exhaust fan to make everything disappear. As I finish up with you guys at the master suite of this Tiffin Allegro Bay Super C, I do want to mention also that all of the slides on this motorhome are hydraulic. It really gives you less failure options and really gives you the peace of mind that you want while traveling across the nation. We ordered our motorhome with the king-size memory foam mattress. It also is a power tilt assist. Gets you perfect, comfortable to sit directly across from your television, where we have it fully equipped with in-motion satellite and Blu-ray DVD player. We also ordered this motorhome with your side-by-side washer and dryers, and it is not sacrificing any of your hanging space. Still gives you plenty of storage, plenty of walk space for his and hers. I've appreciated you taking your time today with us, letting me show you this amazing new motorhome by Tiffin. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or anyone at McClain's RV Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's #1 Tiffin dealer. Thank you, guys.